Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, whatever. Welcome to the Rec Room. I'm your host, John Sacco. And as you can see, I'm alone. No one loves me.
I'm here.
Of course, little Johnny is here. Do apologize for being a little bit tardy. Had to check some homework before we started this shit show. All right. Bright Dar. Yes. Fantastic video. I love Buckets, the drummer. Hi, Zuka. Hi, Dar. Right. Links in private general if you want to join us. Functional. Always good to see you. Hey, Functional. Let your wife know that Bort has not shit in the bathroom in 82 days. 82 days.
That's a lot of days.
That's a lot of days, right, Johnny? That's a lot of days. Oh, hi, Talik. How you doing, man? Okay. So, been wanting to stream over here on YouTube for a while, but every time I stream over here, I get ranty. And Twitch is so much more fun, but I still get ranty and I let all this shit build up and then I get pissed. And I don't want to get pissed. So, and I'm be honest, this Hogwarts thing is an absolute joke to me. The reparations argument is a joke to me, but we better be paying attention to some of this shit because this shit is not stopping these motherfuckers. And the thing is, we have a media that is not, they're not covering shit. The shit that came out with Project Veritas, media didn't touch it. I can't fucking believe the media didn't touch it. Media is, Trump said it, media is the biggest enemy. And you guys know I am not a big fan of Trump right now. But he wasn't wrong 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And I want to get this shit out before the State of the Union. I wanted to talk about the Crowder shit a couple weeks ago. Just did not have the energy to do it. Just didn't. Right now, the wife and I are at war with little Johnny's homeschool because these motherfuckers are falling into the same trap every fucking public school is falling into of it's good enough. As long as it's accredited, it's good enough. They admit that some of the programs that the child is in are lacking, but it's accredited, so it's good enough. And it sent me through the fucking roof for about 2 weeks because I'm going to spend the next 6 months looking for a new school for little Johnny. And the last 2 weeks, I have been running all over God's creation, not only for little Johnny, but for Moo. Because of this fucking school. I'm having to put together a 4th grade math class for this child because these motherfuckers, they know it. They know. They came right out and said, we know the child's foundation is math is not where it needs to be, but we're going to cram all this useless shit into their heads, have them confused. We know we're doing that. But what are you going to do? It's accredited and it's the program we chose. Well, fuck you. Fuck you. That was my answer to them. I have not responded to them. I let the wife deal with this. Hey, Gil, how you doing? I let the wife deal with it because I know how I'll get. I will rip this Christian man's head clean off because it's a Christian academy too. So yeah, so I didn't have time to do the Crowder shit. We'll probably touch on it here a little bit before we get going. But I really want to talk about the Hogwarts shit, and not really the Hogwarts shit because the game itself, Monkey was saying last night, it's just a fucking game. It's not just a fucking game. It's the whole movement behind the ban or cancel Hogwarts. It's that whole fucking movement, and that movement, I honestly believed we were starting to see a dent get put into this movement. No, these motherfuckers are just doubling, tripling down. They are getting more and more extreme, and we're having to deal with it. And the thing is, people say, well, it's not like your kids have to deal with this shit if you don't take them to drag show. Bullshit. My kids are dealing with this shit every day because it's on the news, it's in the media, it's on television, it's on Disney Plus. It's absolutely insane. These kids are exposed to this shit every fucking day. I should not have my 9-year-old son coming and asking me, Dad, are there more than two sexes? No, don't buy into this bullshit. There are only two sexes. Fuck off. But these motherfuckers want us to believe that 182 genders, a man can be a woman. Fuck you. Get out of my face. So, uh, let's start with Crowder. And guys, I kind of am piecemealing this together today. I was not planning on streaming, but I was reading the news and it was just like, it just keeps getting worse. And I know the State of the Union is going to be lie after fucking lie. This crap of, well, gas prices have gone down under. No, they haven't. Gas prices are still $2.50 more than what they were when you took office, you dick, here in California. Hi, Sheil. How you doing?
Oh, hi.
Join the stream. Oh, you're muted. Okay. How you doing, Sheil?
To be honest, I thought this was like one of those where you send a link early and the stream is set for later in the day. So,
no, you can blame Little Johnny for this one. I go, I could stream later today, and he's like, now, do it now, because he knows. I'll sit there and I'll think about it, and I'll go, nah, you know what? I'm just gonna go stream on Twitch, because I have more fun on Twitch. I really do.
Well, that's fair.
And that's not anything against you guys in the chat. Hey, Ghost Dog, how you doing, man? It's not against anybody in the chat. Hi, Maddie. I love streaming over here on YouTube. I really do. But again, it's all serious bullshit that we all have to deal with. And I feel like all I'm doing is just we're rehashing the same goddamn argument over and fucking over. And it's not getting better. It's just fucking not. But if I don't get my voice out there, again, if only one person fucking hears it, that's one more person than the day before. And again, I have more fun on Twitch. I don't know why you fuckers come over and watch me on Twitch. I really don't. I keep hearing, Johnny, your game streams are funny as fuck. Really? They're not supposed to be. That's me in pain, sucking at a game.
That's funny.
That's my co-host, Little Johnny.
See,
and I'd rather game stream with Shio and Moo and Little Johnny and have Shio shoot my helmet off every 5 minutes and piss me off for 2 hours. That's fun. But no, I gotta deal with it.
But see, Johnny, the problem is on Twitch, you can't insult other streamers.
Hi, Yoshi. True. That's true. No, I've been a good boy this year, Shio. If I don't like the stream or the streamer, because there are a couple streamers I've just unsubscribed from. They started out with good intentions, but now they've gotten the Anna Kasparian, I'm better than you attitude of my opinion is the one you should be listening to. And it doesn't matter. And I will admit I'm jaded. I will admit I am, completely lopsided. I only see things from my perspective. So fuck all your perspectives. Well, fuck you. Again, you started off with good intentions. You wanted to get your voice out there. You had an opinion. Well, now when people bring you altering opinions, you shit on them. You shit on your own chat. I brought up, I was in one stream. This is back before Christmas, but damn near unsubscribed from him that day. But he was talking about the trans teachers and the big stink over that. And he really didn't get into it. And I said, AP made a fucking excellent point for you guys that don't know Adonis Paul. But AP made an excellent point when it comes to these agendist teachers, these people that have a political agenda and they're trying to shove it up our children's asses. He said, these motherfuckers put the effort into the subject they were fucking hired for that they put into their agenda and this trans movement, our children would be fucking brilliant. They would not be at the bottom of the fucking barrel
But
when it
Johnny,
comes
they
to
know better than
education.
you do. They're fucking better than you are.
Well, I have a trans teacher. Okay, I don't know if she's trans. Okay, she's got to be. Okay, and I'm calling her a she. I don't give a fuck what her hair says. I just don't care. It's a she. But her thing is, I do what I do here at this school to confuse the children when it comes to the sex of the teacher that is teaching them. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I fucking need. That's what I fucking need. I
You
need
know,
my
Johnny,
kids confused staring at you while you're trying to teach them.
Johnny, see, the thing is, when we are going to be old, we're going to have to worry whether
Gonna be.
potential
I am
mates,
old, motherfucker.
older, whether potential mates have teeth. Moo's going to have to worry about whether they have a penis or not.
I don't think the wife worries about me having a penis now. What are you
Well, no,
talking
but
about? Like I said, old.
I meant potential mates here.
Oh,
You know,
oh,
when we're older, you're just going to have to worry about whether they have teeth and shit. Whereas Moo's going to have to worry about whether they have a penis or not.
mm-hmm. I don't blame Moo for not wanting to even approach the dating scene right now. I really don't. And it's another thing that we'll talk about later in the show. I'm starting to hear about closeted straight people because these kids come out as straight or they are straight, but they are eating shit in their schools because they are not conforming to the trans agenda. And I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. So
That's
now it's
bullshit.
bad to be straight? Right, Johnny? Little Johnny
I
already
mean,
knows.
in California,
Shit, don't get me started in California. I could spend, I could stream every day about California and the shit that's coming out in this state. It is absolutely mind blowing. And again, you motherfuckers better be paying attention to what's happening here in California because they want it all the way across the country. They really do. Oh, bye, you. Um, it, it is absolutely mind blowing what California is doing. We have become a sanctuary state for the trans agenda, for the trans kids, for the, you know, um, it, they're talking about mutilating, and that's the thing. We're talking about mutilating children. We're talking about not giving these kids an opportunity to figure out who the fuck they are, but we're going to let them mutilate themselves. And it is just infuriating to me. And again, I get a lot of well, you homeschool, so you don't have to deal with this shit. No, I do. I absolutely do. And I'm happy that my kids ask questions. I'm happy that my oh, Maddie, I better fucking wrench you before someone gets uppity in my chat. Yeah. Sorry about that. It's been a while since I've had to wrench somebody, but my chat will get uppity. They will just bop a great name because it's a great name. Um, California is going off the deep end. We had a massive surplus last year. We are going to have a massive deficit this year. And it's because Gavin Newsom is a fucking idiot. Thing is, we just reelected that asshole. We just reelected that asshole, knowing what a piece of garbage he is. He's still, right now, we are still under the COVID emergency here in California. He still has the power. He has not relinquished that shit at all. Is he going to do it? I believe it's the middle of the month. He's going to relinquish that power. We shall see. We shall see. But look at the reparations that are going on here in California. I mean, it is absolutely insane. You have San Francisco, a city that Gavin Newsom absolutely destroyed. And if you look at LA, those are Gavin Newsom minions that are destroying that city right now. Sacramento is a fucking sewer. These major cities here in California are sewers because of Gavin Newsom and because of the progressive agenda. And again, pay attention. because reparations is starting to wiggle its way out of California and into other states. And what they want is a $14 trillion payout to people that never dealt with slavery. People that have been protected by the Civil Rights Act since what, 65? That have been protected or taken advantage of affirmative action. These motherfuckers don't know what slavery is. They don't know what Jim Crow is because they've never fucking dealt with it. Don't get me started on the 1619 bullshit. Fuck. Yoshi, they keep telling me he's going to. I'll believe it when I see it with this motherfucker. He always figures a way to wiggle out of it. And the thing is, nobody here in California is going to press him. We don't have an opposition party against what's going on here. We have a super majority in our capital. And these motherfuckers, we don't have an opposition that pushes back against these dicks. You know, look at what San Francisco's talking about. $5 million? $5 million per person in reparations. 5 million. Oh, hey, Ford is rejoining F1, Scotty. Got to be happy about it. $5 million. That's just one city. And every time I read something about reparations here in California, the fucking number keeps going up. It started at 200, then it went to 250, then it was $800,000 per person for the people here in California, not just San Francisco, but the black folks here in California. And again, oh, you will destroy this state the instant you sign this. Thing is, they want 14 trillion countrywide. That's the number right now. I'm sure it's going to go up. We're already 31 trillion. We're running a 31 trillion deficit that it continues to grow. But these motherfuckers want to add another 14 trillion. Just drop a nuke on the country. Just hand us over to China at this point. And yes, we're going to get in the China balloon too, because holy fuck. So, Scotty, good. Need you to stop by every once in a while and pull my chain. Fucking Ford joining F1. We shall see. They're going with Red Bull, so I am thinking there's a possibility they may succeed again. We shall see. Again, we shall see. Okay. Now, where do you guys want to start? Oh, let's do the Crowder Daily Wire thing. Look, both sides have points. Both sides have points. Daily Wire, I think, stepped on a fucking landmine by outing themselves on this one. They absolutely stepped on a landmine. And their video was a joke. The hour video. And the fact that they kept harping on the 30 million, 30 million, 30 million, 30 million, 30 million. Or what was it, 50 million? 50 million. For 4 years. No, that was a 6-year contract, you dicks. Because you had the right to exercise an option on that. He had no out. So fuck off. It was a 6-year contract. $50 million. Again, for a production company. Again, I don't know if that's good money. I really don't. But he's talking about Crowder is talking about paying 30 people running the entire production from his studio. He's got to pay all of that shit. So he's not getting 12.5. So fuck right off. Do not tell me he's getting 12.5. He's not. And the fact that you fuckers wrote YouTube in that contract, out of shit on the contract, send it back. Oh, it's an opera sheet. My bad. Hey, Shroom, how you doing? Yeah, see, Cadillac should be there because they make all those European luxury cars look like shit, Scotty. I'm just saying. You were talking about demonetizing Crowder or fining him. If he gets demonetized or struck, you know he's going to get demonetized and struck on YouTube. It's going to happen. YouTube is going to torture that man until he finally leaves. All right. And if y'all haven't been paying attention to the Twitter files, you should, because the shit that was going on at Twitter under the old regime is the same shit, if not worse, at every other social media platform. These motherfuckers are trying to, how do I want to put this? They are trying to get us to think a certain way. And anything that goes against their thought process, their beliefs, is wrong think, is misinformation, is disinformation. And we'll get into the UN here in a little bit too about their disinformation bullshit. But anything that y'all saw come out of the World Economic Forum, social media platforms are absolutely one direction thinking, one world order. That's all that they can see because it makes them more powerful, makes them a fuck ton more money. It goes against everything this country stands for and what a lot of other countries stands for. Even Hitler would look at what the World Economic Forum and what some of these social media platforms, he'd even look and go, wow, wow, I wouldn't have even tried that. I think you guys are overstepping your limits here. There's no way you're going to pull this off. Thing is, they're pulling it off. And had Elon not taken over Twitter, we have one ray of sunshine in all of this bullshit, and it's Elon Musk. Thing is, I don't know if you guys caught Dave Rubin's video last week. Spent about 20 minutes on a PragerU video that he did, or an interview he did with PragerU. Spent about 20 minutes explaining what the fuck is going on at Twitter. And Twitter is not going to change anytime soon. Elon has a fuck ton of work cut out for him. Oh, by the way, guys, Ranting Monkey got his Twitter account back.
Yippee.
I think he announced it last night on his stream. Said he got his Twitter account back. Surprised as fuck, too. He had no clue that he had gotten his Twitter account back. So it's that apparently some things are changing. He didn't have to delete the tweets that got him suspended or banned. He's back. So pay attention to Ranting Monkey. Apparently his cousin, I'm sure he's going to switch back over to his Ranting Monkey account from his cousin's account. Okay. And if you guys don't know, follow Angry Monkey 2 for when Ranting Monkey pisses off the powers that be. Okay. But Twitter right now is a fucking shit show on the inside. Dave Rubin went and spent a couple days there, laid it out. And it's kind of what I expected. I get that Twitter was looking good the first month or so, but it kind of seems to me, and this is something I've been thinking for about the last 3 months, how much you want to bet these fucking programmers and these script writers didn't drop a few bombs in the code that would set off, by a phrase or by a trend that would set up and just start fucking the code up. Because Dave was telling us that, they try to pull something out. They try to pull something out of the algorithm, and it causes another part of Twitter to shut down or to not function properly. He went into greater detail, and I'll see if I can't dig up the video, and I'll post the link. But he did a Twitter thread too, which I think I do have. We can go over. Twitter is a fucking hot mess right now, and Elon has got people working 24/7 trying to keep this functioning. And it sounds to me like they're going to have to strip this whole thing down to the fucking bare minimum and rebuild it from the ground up. If we want Twitter to function the way it is supposed to function. That's what it sounds like. This is code upon code upon code. For anybody that knows code, I'm willing to bet none of these motherfuckers mapped any of the code out that they added to this shit. Okay? So the new coders can't come in and go, okay, well, here's the foundation and here's all the shit that was added on top of it. Willing to bet there is nothing like that at Twitter right now. So these motherfuckers are flying blind with millions, if not billions, of lines of code trying to fix a shit show. And if I know Elon, and again, I'm not a fan of Elon. To be honest, I started paying attention to Elon when he came out here in California, when he was still Tesla here in California, telling California, y'all are batshit crazy trying to outlaw gas-powered cars. You don't have the infrastructure for the electric vehicles, and you won't have it by the time you outlaw gas cars. Thing is, California has gone so far as to outlaw gas generators, lawnmowers, lawn equipment, all that shit. I think they've even outlawed gas heaters or gas water heaters. We don't have the infrastructure to carry any of this, but they're still outlawing anything that is gas powered. So, again, pay attention to California, because if you don't think that's what the Democrats want, that's exactly what they fucking want. And I was giggling at the country when the gas stove thing blew up. I was like, shit, they did that last year, 2 years ago here in California. Y'all are just catching up now. The fuck? Again, pay attention to California, because it's gonna happen here a year, 2, 3 years before those motherfuckers in Washington ever speak a word about it. But they will. They absolutely will. So back to Crowder. Um, I don't know if y'all. I tried to watch the Tim Pool thing, the interview he did with Crowder. And Crowder made some good points. Again, Crowder made some good points. If the conservative media want to fight big tech, they actually have to take a stand and fight big tech. But they're not. They're still using big tech under the rules that big tech has laid out. The terms of service that Facebook, Twitter, um, Instagram, all of them have you sign is absolutely batshit crazy. They don't. They're not about the First Amendment. Never have been. Never will be, because it's wrong. Think. But the conservative media sites like the Daily Wire, they are playing within those boundaries, and they're expecting people like Crowder to play. Crowder has never played within those boundaries, and it's one of the reasons he is so successful. Where the Daily Wire did make a point. Listen, asshole, you're not flipping the bill for this shit. You're not the one that has got to put all this fucking money out in hopes that we recoup it. And Crowder, I hope to God he does start his own network. But I think Crowder started to figure out that, hey, we need we need the media on the right to actually walk the walk. We can't just sit and say we're going to fight big tech and then hamstring all our creators by the rules that big tech wants us to play by. Okay? We can't. One of the reasons that Monkey was over on Rumble for 2 weeks is because he talked about the Project Veritas video, which is the fact that the media didn't cover it is offensive to me. It's offensive. They didn't ask question one about that. They just instantly went, it's propaganda, it's misinformation, it's disinformation. YouTube started striking people because they didn't like what it was being said. Doesn't matter if it's verifiable or not. You know why? Or the press, their fucking job is to go verify whether it's true or not. Press didn't do any of that. They didn't ask question one. Is this guy serious? Are they talking about mutating this shit into something worse that we could be exposed to? Just the thought should scare the fuck out of every person on the face of the planet, that we have a medical corporation that is responsible for vaccine. It's not a vaccine. By the new definition, a vaccine that is supposed to protect us from COVID. And as we have started to see, the numbers are starting to show it does none of it. More people have died from COVID that are vaccinated. And the thing is, we're going to little side here. Trump's still out there talking about how great the vaccine is. Well, no, it's not. People are on their fourth and sixth booster shot, for fuck's sake. 2 years. We're 2 years into this. We're talking 4 and 6 boosters. 4 and 6. That means you've been stuck 6 or 8 times to protect yourself against something that has a 99% survivability rate. And here in California, they are pushing this shit hard on the kids. They are pushing this shit. I kid you not, listening to local radio, I get an ad about every 10 minutes about how I need to vaccinate my children.
No.
Thank you. One, I have a 17-year-old son. You think I'm going to vaccinate him with this shit? You're crazy. Because I've read more articles about kids his age that are ending up in the hospital with heart issues. God knows what it'll do to the little one. I don't know. You know why? Because they never studied what it does to the kids, the people that are least affected by COVID. They are pushing the hardest right now here in California. Yeah, but right, nobody? Right? I mean, fuck Joe Biden. I couldn't believe they admitted it. The fact that motherfucker, he has been stabbed twice, boosted 4 times, caught COVID, got over it, and then caught it again in the same fucking week. Are you kidding? And you go, oh, but we still need. And then his wife goes out and says, y'all need to go get your booster shot. Why? And I will tell you just from personal experience, the entire family got COVID back in August. The wife and kids went and visited the in-laws in Arkansas, and instead of bringing me a fucking t-shirt back, what'd they bring me? Fucking COVID. I was like, next time, can you please just bring a t-shirt?
I brought you a little bear.
Okay, the little one, he did bring me a little bear. Okay. See, the little one's thinking. Little one's thinking, man. Hey, nobody. I hope I said hello. So it was good to see you, my friend. Um, the 3 people in the house that were not vaccinated, the 3 males, were done with COVID after I was done with it in 4 days. The little one, I think it was 5, and the 17-year-old, I think it was 7. Okay. Wife had it, and we know she had it for at least 2 weeks because she kept having to go and get tested because she works for the county and she was just starting a new job and she had to get tested. They finally said, just fuck it, just come in. Just come in. Okay. Now, they just had a big scare out there. They had to shut down the entire office for a couple of days because some lady went out, caught COVID, came to the office. Thing was, she even knew she had COVID and still came to the office before she told everybody she had COVID. They shut the fucking office down. I, and again, we're talking something 99% survival rate. COVID, okay, did it suck? I will tell you the one thing that sucked for me was the bone pain and the joint pain. I had that shit for about 3 days and it fucking hurt. But again, after day 4, I was done. I was done. I was good to go. The boys were good to go. The wife was not good to go. And she's the one that was vaccinated twice. When they were pushing her to get a booster shot, she's like, yeah, you can fuck right off. You can fuck right off. I'm not getting a booster shot. No, I'm not going to keep doing this shit. She's looking at 4 boosters right now. She's like, are you fucking kidding me? You want me to get boosted? No, fuck you. So, you know, and it all goes back to the social media and the YouTube, and Project Veritas came out and said, this is what we're doing. Or Pfizer came out and said, this is what we're doing. They know the fucking, um, they know the vaccine is not a vaccine. And again, guys, I'm not saying one way or the other. Don't get vaccinated. Do get vaccinated. I'm not saying that shit. Go talk to your doctor. And for God's sakes, trust your doctor. If you don't trust your doctor, why the fuck are they your doctor? But go talk to your doctor. Find out what they say. If it's in your best interest, You're going to have to weigh the options. That's the way every medical decision should fucking be. Fucking nobody. Yeah, in-laws live in Arkansas. Moved from Colorado to Arkansas. Um, nah, she could have brought her sister home with her. Sister's hot. Oh, bad Johnny. Nothing. Just you sit down and do your homework, boy. I caught the COVID in September. It took me 9 days to recover, and it was a weak variant. Yeah, and that's the other thing. The variant. Every time a new variant comes out, they keep saying, "Is this going to be the mass killer?" Well, no. It appears that every time a variant comes out, it's weakened. Uh, does it spread easier? Yeah. In some cases, yeah, it spreads easier. But is it more deadly? No, it's not. The fact that you still have news sites that are keeping a running tally of the dead and the vaccinated and all this bullshit blows my mind. It really does. And we should not be sitting here when it comes to the social media. We should not be sitting here, and our government is at fault for this too. Trump is at fault. Biden is at fault. They're all at fault for this shit because you have most people in America that don't know what the fuck to believe when it comes to this anymore. We don't. We have no idea what study to believe because we don't trust the fucking media to report on this shit um, legitimately. These motherfuckers, Dave Rubin said it yesterday in his video. These motherfuckers aren't journalists. They're transcribers, man. That's what these fuckers do. They transcribe what the politicians want them to say, and then they write it up in an article. That's what these people do. These are not journalists. Journalism is dead in America.
Why?
Journalism is dead in Western civilization right now. It is dead.
Why
You,
is it dead?
money and power, boy. Money and power.
I hate money and power.
He says that now. Yeah, but if I give you $5, I bet you're gonna run off and put it in your wallet and then sneak it into your treasure box, aren't you?
I only put coins in there.
Okay. The Necronomicon. God damn it, nobody. No. Because then Becca's gonna pull out the Necronomicon and go, come on, Johnny. Let's read some spells. Um, but we don't know what the fuck to believe anymore. We don't know what to believe when it comes to our government. We don't know what to believe when it comes to COVID. We don't know what the fuck to believe when it comes to a Chinese balloon. Because, hi, Keisha, um, because we don't have a media. I even look, Walter Cronkite was a liberal, yes, but he had to report things close to down the middle because you still had a country. You had people on both sides, and if he had gone too far one direction, the country would have fucking nailed him to the wall. We are not in that day and age anymore because most people do not have the time to sit down and go through article after fucking article from news site after news site. So these journalists, like I said, transcribing shit. That's all they do. And they're doing it for both sides. Don't ever think that the corruption does not lead to the right. It does. The right is just as corrupt as the left. But we don't have journalism these days. These people are not journalists. These are fiction writers. These are people that want to get into the good graces of the powerful.
No power.
I I had to sit down. I sat down and had an hour conversation with little Johnny because he was asking me questions about why the federal government is bad. I'm having that conversation with my 9-year-old. And yet I can jump on Twitter any given day And I can read time after time after time after time of these people going, that's the federal government's job. That's the federal government's job. That's the federal government's job. The last thing I fucking want is federal government telling me anything. Your job is to protect my rights as an American citizen. Other than that, you can fuck right off. Stay the fuck out of my life. As long as I'm not doing anything that hurts anybody else, fuck you. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from my state government. As long as I go out and do my thing, it's not hurting anybody. It's not hurting property. It's not inciting violence. Fuck you. But these motherfuckers, you have a shit ton of people that honestly believe the federal government, their job is to tell us what to believe. The federal government is supposed to tell us there are more than two sexes. The fuck out of my face with that. Right, Yoshi. I grew up, man. As much as people loved Reagan, even on the right, they still didn't trust that motherfucker. They still didn't trust him. Go back to Nixon. Well, nobody trusted Nixon. Nobody, because well, he was a lying sack of shit. But again, Carter. Everybody questioned. We used to question the powerful. We used to question these people. We no longer question these people. Okay, we do, but we are in the minority right now. Again, you look at the social media platforms, these motherfuckers believe that the government is our friend. The government is here to protect us. The government knows what's best. No, the government and the motherfuckers that are running it, you know what they know what is best? They know what's best to make them a fuck ton of money and to accumulate more power. Oh, that Maddie, Twitter is Twitter is one of the worst things that has happened to our society. It's good in that people like me get a chance to understand because I didn't understand why we were turning upside down 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And it was finally Evil One in Monkey's Chat. Dude, you need to get on Twitter. You'll understand this a little bit better if you get on Twitter. And he gave me one rule to follow: only get on for 15 minutes and then get the fuck off. Well, Johnny didn't follow that rule, and that's why Johnny's been banned from Twitter. But I didn't understand where all this batshit crazy stuff was coming from. I was, we go back to when I first started following Ranting Monkey, 2015, 2016, somewhere in there. And he's showing me people like Riley Dennis that are telling me, you can be a trans female, lesbian. Well, no, that's just a straight man. That's just a straight man. Fuck off. The fuck you talking about, trans woman, lesbian? You're just a straight man. And then his girlfriend, well, she's a lesbian because she's dating a trans female. Well, no, she's dating a guy. The fuck out of here. Don't play this game with me. See, Twitter, they go off and this I guess will lead us into the Hogwarts thing. They go off on this fantasy land that nobody ever reels them back in from and goes, smacks them. And again, I would, if one of my children came to me and said, a man can be a woman and give birth, I would smack them in the back of the head and say, you need to shut the fuck up and go open a goddamn biology book.
That doesn't make sense.
Thank you. And the thing is, little Johnny actually picked up a fucking book last week when we were at the education store on the human body. It was beautiful. Now, did he pick it up for righteous reasons and he wants to educate himself on the human body? And
No.
no. You know why he picked that book up? Johnny, why don't you come here and tell them why you picked that book up?
So I can see what part to shoot in Sniper Elite 4.
So he can see what part of the body he needs to shoot in Sniper Elite 4 to see that organ explode.
Yeah.
God, I love my kids. Right, Yoshi. Yeah, the 9 most dangerous words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. fucking wrong. Maybe it was the way I was raised. I don't know. And again, I'm raising my kids the way I was raised. Am I a little bit more protective of them than my parents were? Well, yeah, because I can be. My parents didn't have the luxury of seeing me off to school at 7 o'clock every morning. You know why? Because they were already off to work. So I was riding my bicycle to school in the first grade or walking to school. Honestly, first grade walking to school. Um, so I got home. Um, didn't see my parents until 6:30. I was the one cooking dinner at 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, because my parents were off working. I have the luxury of being a stay-at-home dad because of injuries. All right, fucking beautiful. I love it. Best job in the world. But a lot of parents don't have that fucking luxury. A lot of parents can't pay attention to this shit. Um, so, anyways, and I go back to Twitter and these motherfuckers live in a fantasy land. These motherfuckers live in the fantasy land. Some of the shit, and you have people like Keffels out there. Keffels has been stirring shit up for the last 6 months. She steps in it about once a month. She gets canceled. She comes back. She gets canceled. She comes back. Bitch has been banned from Twitter. Now she's a blue check mark. Not because she's paying for it, but because someone at Twitter went, hey, she's on our side. Let's give her more power. She is one of the most spiteful motherfuckers on the face of the planet. That bitch doesn't like you. She's coming for you. She's coming for your head. Nobody, god damn it, man. That made my dick shrivel back up. I remember that story. So we have these people on Twitter that absolutely buy into this fantasy land. They absolutely buy into it. You have kids out there, and I've been watching it because of this. Because when we started streaming, every once in a while I come across something batshit crazy. I go back and look up Riley Dennis. I go back and look up Milo. You guys know, used to piss you off. Sitting and watching a Milo video because, oh, fuck. Thing is, Milo, Ash Hardell, those were two confused motherfuckers. Didn't have parents that would sit them down and actually have a discussion with them. They were confused. They ended up in college and they bought into this leftist, uh, men can be women, have kids. It's good to cut off your titties. All that bullshit. They bought into that shit. And now they're living it.
I'm very confused.
Don't be. You know what's up, boy. Um, I- and the thing is, I can take you to YouTube channel after YouTube channel after YouTube channel of these kids that are 16, 17, 18, 19 years old that are in high school. They're confused. They're confused about their sexuality. They have no confidence in the way they look. They have no confidence in the way they feel. They have nobody reinforcing you're a good person. You'll figure it out. My parents just would say, you know what? You need to fucking figure it out. And you will. You are an intelligent human being. You will figure this shit out. When you have a question, you come talk to me. If I have the answer, I will give it to you. But there are some things you're just going to have to figure out on your own. There are some things you're just going to have to overcome. The anxiety of the way you look, the anxiety of the way you feel, the anxiety of getting shut down because a girl said no, the anxiety of a boy, does that boy like me? The anxiety of, am I gay? Am I straight? Am I bisexual? Those are questions you have to answer for yourself. But I am here for you and will help you as much as I can. We don't have parents like that these days. We have parents that are folding to this shit. Got a goddamn article with the youngest trans model walking the runway. 10 years old. Knew it was trans. And yes, I said it. It's a boy that is now a girl. Knew it was a trans female at 2.5. At 2.5.
What?
Right?
How does a 2-year-old know it's
That's a 9-year-old asking that question. That 9-year-old gets on Twitter, he's going to get dogpiled by the trans activists and the trans mafia just for asking that question. That's how batshit crazy we are right now. And the fact is, we should be slamming these people day in and day out. Twitter's giving us the tools right now where we can go back after these people and we can say, you're living in fantasy land. Now, you do it on YouTube, you do it on Facebook, you're probably going to get suspended. You're probably going to get your channel taken down. You know, um, these platforms are so corrupt. And I'm going to keep pushing Rumble. I've been pushing Rumble for 3 years here, guys. Been watching it. Is it where it needs to be or where it wants to be? Fuck no. Is it anything compared to YouTube right now? Fuck no. And I'm kind of with Moo on this one. Moo and I were talking about the Rumble YouTube thing. And Moo said something that I think is absolutely correct. The only thing that's going to kill YouTube is YouTube itself. Rumble, it doesn't matter how good they get, doesn't matter how big they get. YouTube is going to need to put the bullet in its own head. But is Rumble going to give them a fuck ton uh, run for their money? Yes. But you got to give them time. And again, YouTube has the backing of Google. Okay? Google can pour money into this fuckhole for years and not give two fucks. Rumble can't do that. Rumble is trying to build a foundation little by little. They're trying to do it right. And they're trying to give people the right to speak their minds, unlike YouTube. But again, to get that foundation down, it takes time and it takes a shit ton of money. And right now, they ain't got someone backing them like Google. They just don't. But they will, I think, rival Google or rival YouTube at some point. Um, but I used to bring an article to you guys every 3 months or so, going, look what Rumble's doing. Look what Rumble's doing. And I get, Adonis Paul. Um, people kept telling him he needed to get on the Rumble bandwagon. And he finally came out and said, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Fuck Rumble. And then he explained himself. And it wasn't Rumble so much that he, had a problem with. This happens about once a year. A new platform comes out and everybody goes, oh, you got to get on it. You got to get on it. So these streamers, Irate Prostate used to do it. AP has done it. A number of streamers that we know have branched out onto platform after platform after platform. They are multi-streaming on 5 different platforms because they know they're in danger on YouTube. They will have their channel taken down for one reason or another. So they need options. And they're looking at these new upstarts that are claiming to be, we will be bigger than YouTube. Okay, well, whatever. But what they find out is everybody tells them, go get on DLive, go get on, Odyssey, go get on BitChute. So they do. But nobody follows them. Nobody, none of the viewers, all the people that said, go get on these platforms, do they go over there and watch them on these platforms? Fuck no. They don't. They sit on YouTube. You know why? Because we understand YouTube. We know YouTube. We're comfortable with YouTube. We may admit it sucks and it's fucked. But when it comes right down to it, we don't want to relearn a new platform. That takes time. That's a pain in my ass.
Put time in it.
you know? So, and Adonis Paul ended up on YouTube. Monkey has ended up, or not on YouTube, but on Rumble, both of them. And I've been paying attention to what they're doing on both platforms. Both of them got struck. Both of them had no choice but to go to Rumble. Thing that I noticed with AP, he's just pulling bigger numbers on Rumble than he ever has. Well, not ever, but than he was on YouTube. Which it was like kind of opened my eyes. Monkey was over 200 every fucking stream on Rumble when he was over there for the 2 weeks. He was over 200 every goddamn stream. Monkey usually approaches 150, 175, somewhere in there. He was over 200 every stream over on Rumble. you know. So, and it was kind of a wake up even for me. Look what happens because I know YouTube's throttling AP. YouTube does not want AP on its platform. YouTube probably has monkey on its radar. Um, they don't want folks that are just going to speak their mind on their platform. So they are obviously not going to push AP or monkey into the recommended. They're just not going to do it. And to be honest, they don't need to. I don't know if Rumble had either one of them on their recommended. Don't need to. But the thing that YouTube does is they throttle them. They make them hard to find. The alerts don't go out when you have the bell rung. Hey, Double Pup, how you doing, girl? Um, the alerts. I don't know how many times I see on an AP stream or a ranting monkey stream or a drunken uncle stream. I can go down the list of streamers I follow. Your boy Pat. Bell's rung. Nobody gets notifications. Nobody. And people don't find out for an hour. They don't join or jump in the Discord and get the alert that people are going live. So, and I don't think Rumble's doing that. Rumble may not be pushing them, but they're not throttling them either. And look at how the viewership grows when you don't throttle somebody. Yeah, exactly. Nobody, exactly. AP has to bounce from channel to channel to channel. He's got three, I think, because YouTube will not leave the motherfucker alone. And is AP doing anything more than what we're doing? Okay, a little bit, yes. Is he doing anything that is no? He's not doing anything that is just this egregious, moment in history that, oh my God. He shows what we will see on the news. He shows what we will see on Twitter. He shows what we'll see on YouTube. Some of the videos that he has, I have seen on YouTube, and they're videos that will get his channel taken down. Not because of the video, but because he's Adonis Paul showing the video. The same with Monkey. Monkey has been very careful lately about what videos he shows because he has to. Because YouTube has ratcheted up the censorship yet again. Now, AP over on Rumble is wow, different show over there. Completely different show. Um, Monkey, but I noticed Monkey felt more liberated over on Rumble because he could show some videos that he normally wouldn't feel comfortable showing over here on YouTube. And that's why their channels are growing over there. They're allowed to do and say what they want. Now, AP is showing a lot of naked women. Okay, great for the guys. Is he going to make his channel grow? Probably. Is it shit he could show on YouTube? My understanding is some of the videos he's showing over on Rumble he got from YouTube. So again, wait, you won't let him show the video that is already on your platform because they're naked. Well, yeah, it's Thomas Paul. And no matter how you feel about AP, I know people like him, hate him, whatever. I don't care. Motherfucker entertains the fuck out of me with his commentary on just the batshit crazy stuff that's going on in the world. He just puts it out there plain and straight, and he makes it entertaining. He makes some of the most uncomfortable shit for me because to be honest, this transgender shit, it's not that I'm uncomfortable. I despise it because it is insidious. This is worse than any fucking virus or any plague because it is leading to the butchering of our children. It is leading to the butchering of our children's minds. Our kids should not wonder what a man is, what a woman is. That should not be a question in their head after they're about 5. And I go back to the kindergarten cop scene. Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. Done. All right. You know what a man is. You know what a woman is. But the fact that we have a Supreme Court justice a sitting Supreme Court justice that cannot define what a woman is, that bitch shouldn't be up on the Supreme Court. I'm sorry. If you are unwilling to define what a woman is, you have no business being on the highest court in the land. Fuck you.
You forgot a part of a woman.
No, I said vagina.
No, the boobs.
So, all right. I'm going to use Johnny's little thing here. Um, so I'm sure you guys heard about Hogwarts, right? See if I can find the tweet. Um, I've been watching Hogwarts trend on Twitter for, I don't know, off and on the last 3 or 4 weeks. I'm not a Harry Potter fan myself. My mother, huge Harry Potter fan. She dug that shit. Had all the movies, had all the Blu-rays, had all the special editions. The wife digs this shit. All right. Kids and I, it's not our thing. It's just not. Um, but I get it. I get it. I do get it. Also wasn't into Lord of the Rings. Mother and wife absolutely adore that shit too. All the special editions, all you know. Family, the rest of the family, no, no, no. Every time grandma would come out to the house with the newest, latest, most hip edition of Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, the kids would just turn around and walk away. And she'd be like, "What, Mom, if it ain't Star Wars or SpongeBob, you ain't going to get anywhere with these boys." Um, so, but I do get the Harry Potter, the love for the Harry Potter thing. I really do. And, more power to you. More, if that's something you dig, fuck, I dig the Iliad and the Odyssey. All right. I know most people find it difficult to read. I dig it myself. I love that shit. So I get being in love with books and stories and all that shit. What I don't get, and I get why people wanted a Harry Potter world. I get that too. I have died for a Star Wars world that doesn't make me want to throw up. I have been dying for, a D&D that doesn't make me want to throw up. We ain't going to get the D&D, guys. We ain't. That company has gone so woke, it's broke. And
That rhyme.
yeah, I know. I planned that, man. Um, what D&D is doing, D&D is fantasy. It- it's fantasy for fuck's sake. But we need to have people in wheelchairs.
No.
Wait, what? Why do we need to have people? Well, we need the people in wheelchairs to be
It doesn't
felt
have to
included. We
exist.
need to be inclusive. No, they fuck right off. Orcs, orcs represent the black man. Wait, they do? I've been killing orcs for decades in games. Never once crossed my mind that they might be black people. Never. You know why? Because they're fucking orcs and they piss me off, get in my way, cause trouble, fuck my shit up. That's why I killed them. So I get the fantasy. You want a Hogwarts, you want the world. And there were a lot of people out there that absolutely fell in love with the idea of Hogwarts legacy. But then you had the trans mafia step in. And holy fuck. The the insanity that ensues from that. Um, and the first thing I'm gonna put out there is everyone that is pissed about Hogwarts Legacy and wants it banned is because of J.K. Rowling, because of the author of the Harry Potter series. Okay. And we were over in Outlaws last night, and he's like, I may play that game. And I informed him that there is now a website out there for people that use Twitch to type in the name of a certain channel, channel they may follow, or they can log in with their Twitter account and it will tell you who played Hogwarts Legacy. The reason the guy made this is so you can unfollow and or block the streamers that are streaming Hogwarts Legacy. I thought that was insane. Are you fucking kidding me? And Monkey said it last night. This is a fucking game, guys. This is far more than a fucking game. This is an ideological argument we are having right now. Is it about a game? Is it about J.K. Rowling? A little bit here and there. J.K. ain't wrong though. I give that woman a fuck ton of credit because she could have folded under the cancel. They try to cancel her about every 3 months. She could have folded. She could have done what so many other people have done that we've watched. They come out and they make a stand, and then they woke mob fucking slams them, and they go, I didn't look at it from that perspective. You know what? You're absolutely right. I am a bigot. I need to change my ways. I need to learn. Well, no, man. J.K. Rowling essentially came out and said, and Outlaw didn't understand the argument here, or he didn't understand what the drama was all about. And I'm like, it's Twitter drama, man. And he's like, yeah, I kind of figured that. But he didn't understand it. And there were a couple of people in the chat that didn't understand what this was all about. And I broke it down and I just came right. And we try to keep politics and the bullshit out of Outlaws chat because that's just where we go to hang out and have a good time. But he was talking about Hogwarts Legacy. So I'm like, well, you might want to know there's a website out there that, people are checking to see if their streamers are doing Hogwarts so they can block them and not follow them anymore. But he's like, I still don't understand what the controversy is. Controversy is because J.K. Rowling basically came out and said a man cannot be a woman. And it set the fucking transmafia off. And these motherfuckers continue. And it's a continual thing. It's been going on for 2-3 years now. They are trying to cancel this woman. Doesn't matter what she says. Doesn't matter that she says, hey, I respect everybody. But you people are taking away from real women with this shit. You are allowing men to yet again exert their power over women. Do not tell me a man can be a woman. It's not true. Listen, you can take all the fucking drugs you want. You can go get your tallywhacker whacked. You can go get your titties cut off or have titties implanted. You can do all that. You are still a man. Okay? You are going to have your vagina wedge. You're going to be sticking that thing in there every day, making sure that the axe wound, and I love that people call it an axe wound. It's like, it's a good description. The axe wound, the reason you have a wedge is because the axe wound wants to heal. The human body sees it as a wound, does not see it as a vagina. If it saw it as a vagina, it would not try to close up. It sees it as a wound that needs to heal. So get the fuck out of my face with this. Hi, Spittle, how you doing? She is saying a man cannot be a woman. And men are still, y'all want to talk about women's rights. Well, when does a woman have a right to walk in the bathroom and pee with other women? Well, not anymore because apparently that's transphobic. And again, transphobic, none of us have an irrational fear of trans people. I don't.
I don't either.
Thank you. Thing is, I don't usually give a fuck. Look, man, you want to be a guy dressed in a dress, go for it.
They're just weird.
But if you don't pass as a woman, don't expect me to treat you like one.
All they are weirdos.
You ain't wrong, Johnny. The thing is, these people have to take hormones. They have to keep driving that wedge in their body. The second they stop doing that, you know what the human body and nature is going to do? It's going to reclaim what it is. It's going right back to being a man. You may not have a dick now, but guess what? You're still a fucking man. And for women, guess what? You have got the hysterectomy. You have got your titties cut off. When you stop taking those hormones, is your voice going to be fucked up? Yes. And I know that because I've watched several transitioners. That's one of the first things they notice. Their voice never goes back to being female. But again, the human body reasserts itself. The DNA, the chromosomes, they all reassert themselves. You stop taking that shit, you are going right back to being what you were born. You are going back to being what you were when the little sperm and the little egg met up with each other and joined. Okay? Don't tell me that sex is, they guess at your sex when you were born. Bullshit. Bullshit. Your sex was determined when that egg and that little spermie got together. That's it. We're done. That's the end of the conversation. Now, does that mean I want to take away right? And stop with the trans people are the most marginalized people on the face of the planet. Bullshit. They are the most protected motherfuckers on every goddamn social media platform, on every goddamn news media site. Don't give me this shit that they are the most marginalized people. People bend over backwards for these motherfuckers. And if you scream the loudest, they will bend over even more. Keep screaming, we'll keep bending. And JK finally went, fuck you. I ain't bending no more. Look, you wanna be a man in a dress or you wanna be a woman in a pair of jeans, go for it. But don't ever fucking tell me you were born a man and you are now a woman because it ain't fucking true. You are just a man playing a woman. And this is something I don't get. Women, this shit is not going to stop until you motherfuckers stand up. And we're starting to see it, which I fucking love. Fucking love it. But we were talking about it 2 years ago, a year ago. We were watching Leah Thomas. She's sitting there fucking destroying these women's college careers. A guy is destroying a woman's sport because the women are too afraid to stand up and say, fuck you, I ain't racing against the guy. That is a man. That is a fucking man. I did not sign up to compete against a man. Now, you want to do a trans a trans division? Do it. I guarantee you're not going to get many trans men in that. You know why? Because they're women dressed up as men. They're going to get their asses handed to them by the trans women who are men dressed up as women. But we're starting to see women standing up. And I'll be honest, the Hogwarts thing again. I was reading it, and people women are coming out and saying, "Thank you, J.K. Thank you for holding the line on this one. Thank you for allowing me to come out and feel confident enough to say, hey, fuck off. You're not a woman." Now, does that mean I want the rights taken away? Does that mean I want them treated poorly? No, 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 no. That's not what I mean. These people deserve every fucking ounce of respect that you would give any other human being. Treat them with respect. They treat you with disrespect. They come at you with this, fascist bullshit. Yeah, okay, slam them. Go after them. I don't care. Someone comes up to me in the fucking supermarket, and it does happen. No, they're going to get told exactly what I fucking think. And we need to start doing that. We need to start speaking our minds about this shit. These motherfuckers are running rampant, and they're not going to stop. This agenda that they're on, it's baby steps. They take 3 baby steps. They get knocked back 2, but they gained 1 baby step. And then they take 3 more. They get knocked back 1 or 2. Well, they picked up another 1 or 2. Until we are sitting here in 2023 and we have people demanding that we recognize trans women as real women.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you something. Let me see if I can find it. Came across it last night. No, I don't want to do this. Um, oh, fuck. and it was off the Grammys. In the Grammys, let's talk about the fucking Grammys, guys. Jesus Christ. The shit that I saw coming out of the Grammys. Um, I'll have to find the Joy Reid video I pulled up because it was just like she's telling me that we have lost the war. The war has been lost, guys. When it comes to the cultural war that we're having over what a woman is, what a man is. And the Grammys proved it. Shit, I'll just go search it up on Twitter. Um, but I was sitting there, and Dave Rubin showed part of the video, and I'm like, I need to go find that fucking video. Um, because she believes this. She absolutely believes this. Now, Joy Reid to me is good. Second video. Um, what are you guys' thoughts on the Grammys? I haven't watched the Grammys. Well, shit, probably 20 years, 25. You know, the Grammys back in the 80s was fun. Okay, you had people like Boy George showing up. You had people Michael Jackson. You know what they did? They sang their songs. It wasn't a big production about some political belief or some cultural thing. No, these motherfuckers came out and they did what they do. Now, we can argue about Boy George being good music. We can argue about A Flock of Seagulls. But when these motherfuckers showed up at the Grammys, these motherfuckers plied their trade and they did it well. And it was fun. And they had 5 people nominated, and all 5 of them deserved to win. I couldn't tell you. I heard that Beyonce is now the number one, has won the most Grammys ever. Now, how that's not Elvis is beyond me. Motherfuckers, y'all just you just don't get it. The Grammy's been fixed for decades because it should be Elvis. Okay? It should be Elvis. That motherfucker should have like 105 Grammys. I'm just saying. But Beyonce, I think it's 32 Grammys. She's won 32 Grammys. Hey, good on her. You know what? Couldn't tell you one fucking song that bitch has ever sung. Could not tell you one fucking song. And don't care enough to watch the Grammys to find out what she won for. Did not care enough to read an article about the number one Grammy winner in all of history to find out any song that she has done because I do not care for Beyonce's music. It's crap. It's garbage. Okay? Now, is she cute? That's, I suppose. There are far better looking women. And we should talk about Madonna. The fuck? I keep bringing, every time I do a YouTube stream, I'm bringing a Madonna video. I can't do it anymore. She scares me. She scares me. That is an alien bitch, is what that is. My transvestite friend is pissed they keep getting lumped in with transsexuals or transgender. So try to remind everyone there are 3 distinct types of conditions. Oh, spittle, exactly. Yeah, we need um again, what the trans mafia has done is co-opted an entire movement. And I don't know, and I've mentioned it here several times. I talked to friends that when I lived up in San Francisco when I was a kid, and we watched the gay pride shit fire up. We knew gay kids in middle school. Um, we watched gay pride become a major thing in San Francisco. Okay. And even when I moved away from San Francisco and moved back to Southern California, we still were watching it happen. It was still a thing. What?
I'm back. Hi.
Okay.
We had maintenance workers come to fix the thing in the apartment.
You could say goodbye You never say goodbye, you dickhead.
You know what? Fuck you.
So, anyways, back to the, when I talk to the friends from Northern California that watched Gay Pride happen, watched it, motherfucker, dickhead.
I just hit the refresh key on the keyboard.
They look at what is happening with Pride now going, this is not what we fought for. Look, we just wanted to be left the fuck alone. We just wanted people to stop hating us because of who we loved. To stop discriminating against us when we applied for jobs. That's what these people were fighting for. Were they fighting for a man can be a woman and give birth? Fuck no. They're looking at it as batshit crazy as we are. I know plenty of transvestites. Do they want to be roped into this trans thing? Fuck no. Okay, I don't know plenty of transvestites. I know a few. And again, but they do not want to be roped into this. I worked for 2 trans men. I worked with a trans female. They don't want any part of this shit. None. They just wanted to live their fucking lives and be treated like everybody else. That's it. It was, I demand you use my pronouns. I demand you bow down to me. When you fuck up my pronouns, I demand that you go out and take a class on, trans sensitivity because you called me a he when I'm really a she. The fuck out of my face. Listen, you're a hairy man in a strapless party dress and you got hair flying off your chest. I'm calling you a he. Get the fuck out of here. All right. Are you ready for this show?
I don't think I'm ready.
It's Joy Reid.
What is it?
I don't think anybody. Well, she's going to explain to us what the Grammys taught us. Okay. Did you watch the Grammy show?
Sir.
Just checking. Just checking. Hey, you never know. You might have been stuck. Oh, wait, that's right. You were driving.
No, I just
You were demanding that me or Moo stream.
Yeah, see, because we wanted some, distraction. And to be fair, it was Becca's idea. I mean, Moo and Little One were Discord DMing anyway. You may as well just hop on a stream.
Oh, guys, Moo is going to be streaming this weekend.
He said he wasn't.
He's streaming. He'll be over here on YouTube this weekend. He'll probably be streaming on Twitch maybe this week. But he got his HDMI splitter, so he'll be doing his NASCAR game over on Twitch. But he has a NASCAR stream lined up for over here on YouTube. It has become an annual thing with him. He digs about talking about the NASCAR season before we get to Daytona. So just a heads up. It pissed him off that I told Becca yesterday. He's still doing it. She'll shut up. Now you distracted me. Okay, so Joy is going to tell us what the Grammys taught us about the culture war and the hateful Republicans and how we all lost. And again, not everybody that disagrees with this is a Republican. I'm sorry. Fuck. Here we go.
I hadn't watched in years, but I actually really enjoyed it.
I haven't watched in
I'm
years
not sure
either.
everybody else
I gotta
did.
go pee.
It was, to put it mildly, a celebration of the very thing the American right has turned into its latest anti-wokeness boogeyman: diversity, equity, and inclusion. The show opened with Puerto Rican singer Bad Bunny singing 99% in Spanish. Then host Trevor Noah walked and talked through a room that was diversity, equity, and inclusion in human form.
I mean, no shit, right?
The first country Americana artist to perform, Brandi Carlile, was introduced by her wife and daughters. We saw the first trans artist win a Grammy, Kim Petras, who has a hit song with Sam Smith, the British singer who came out in 2019 as non-binary. Black acting superstar Viola Davis became an EGOT, winning a Grammy to add to her Golden Globe, Oscar, and Tony Awards. Lizzo performed with her amazing choir of many-sized singers.
Amazing.
Beyonce took home her 32nd Grammy to become...
Okay, no, I'm with you, Sheila. We got to back this up a little bit.
I'd just like to ask, what the hell is a dancing squad of many sizes? Why do you have to address their size, whether they're skinny or fat?
See,
I thought that's what you were supposed to be moving towards.
Here again is where this agenda breaks me. They're telling me Lizzo is a healthy woman. Oh, hang on, Sheila. I got this. Oh, where did I put it?
Right, and I'm skinny.
Yeah, but you're big and beautiful, Sheila. Right?
From behind.
Okay, hold on a second here. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay. Now. Okay, this was sold by the AP as Lizzo looks good as hell.
Clarification, Associated Press, right?
Yeah, that's
See, that just looks like WABA 1 week a month.
She looks good as hell, guys. I'm looking at this going, I've seen cat throw up that looks better than this. And it was orange too.
Smelled like a bed of roses. I think those are roses. Are those roses?
To
be honest, it looks like a pierced tongue from upside down.
You ain't wrong. Wow. Yeah, you're not wrong, man. Well, here, let's go ahead.
Is this her announcement that she's a lesbian? Okay.
All right, chat. What do we
I know nothing about fashion, but I know you're never supposed to wear orange. And I gotta agree with Chad. Is that McDonald's new mascot to replace Grimace?
That was one of the Twitter comments. I'm getting a Grimace feel from this. And I'm like, holy shit, you ain't wrong. How am I supposed to take this seriously, man? How? And again, we're going to listen. You heard Joy talking about the multi-sized dancers. Fuck. Lizzo has been sold to me as being a healthy human being. Okay. I am supposed to deny everything that I have been taught by biology and the FDA, which at this point, I don't know anybody that believes the FDA anymore about what's healthy and what's not. But I know if you're 400 pounds overweight, you are not a healthy human being. You're just not.
See, but at least she doesn't look like a bowling ball anymore.
Okay, so she looks like a giant navel orange now. Great! Okay, back to Joy.
Would that be animal cruelty if we were to put her down?
I don't think we can. We can't talk like that over here on YouTube, man. What the fuck, Sheila?
No, because of all the fur and whatnots they use to build that outfit.
If anything, is probably feathers. But her being Lizzo, she probably would not take the heat from the fur people, not furries, fur people.
I mean, they could do that too.
Fur people are furries.
Fur people are furries. God. Okay, back to Joy.
Or they cosplay as cats. That still counts as furries.
I'm not talking about furries today, boy.
You got
No, my chat hates furries. No.
not to annoy
No. They hate the furry discussion, man.
Annoy back.
And no, they hate the furry discussion. Because, you know, again, we know some furries that are decent human beings. We've also seen some furries that scare the fuck out of us. Hey, I know some furries that are decent human beings. All right. 10,000 parakeets lost their lives for that outfit. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. All right. Now, okay, they were talking about this Sam Smith dude. Now, this fucker trended on Twitter last week, and I was like, why? I listened to part of his song. It was crap. It seemed that he was being pushed out there and trending because he was non-binary. Not because his music is great, but because he's non-binary. This bitch, I'm willing to bet, was voted for because she's a trans woman. So it's a guy. All right? Again, we're losing the culture war, guys.
British singer who came out in 2019 as non-binary. Black acting superstar Viola Davis became an EGOT, winning a Grammy to add to her Golden Globe.
Okay.
What's an EGOT? What's an EGOT?
She's about to explain, but why are we celebrating something that their own industry created? It's Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony, Johnny.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh,
Whatever.
she got 4 awards. Okay, but the majority of people that get those are for like reading a soundtrack or overseeing as an executive producer or fuck out of here. Not saying she's not a half bad actress, but
no furries. Hey, I didn't even mention irate in that one. Bear. No, not going there. We're avoiding the furry discussion today. All right. I eat enough. Hey, man, people are still scarred from my furry streams, guys. I mean, I still hear about the furry streams. You're not happy. Fuck. So, is Joy taking into consideration how the entertainment industry is taking it on the chin financially from America turning away from this woke nonsense, from this CRT nonsense, from this, we need to have, everybody needs to be represented. We need to start replacing red-haired women with black women. Okay, can we talk about Scooby and the new Velma thing? Oh, holy fuck.
but there's no Scoopy in it.
Yes, there is. Maybe they haven't introduced her yet, but I've seen a picture of Scooby. Scooby is now a black woman. So they turned the dog into a black woman who may be bisexual.
It should just be a dog.
No, I think you're thinking of Norville Rogers, who's blackish.
What?
Norville Rogers, aka Shaggy, is blackish.
Right. And he has a no, I saw the picture. I saw the picture of Scooby. Scooby is a female, a black female. And there is talk that they will end up getting together later in the series. So I'm like, oh, so you're going to bring bestiality into it too. Because that's kind of where we're at right now. Scooby is a dog, and Shaggy's going to fuck a dog who is now a black woman. And I'm like, I'll be honest, I was shocked that black women around the country didn't stand up and go, hey, you know what? You can fuck right off with this. You can fuck right off with Scooby as a black woman.
So, and a quote here. Some of the characters are notably race swapped. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Who Cares, the creator of the show explains that the essence of Velma is not necessarily tied to her whiteness, and I identify so much as her character. And I think so many people
Velma
do.
a black woman?
So it's like, yeah, let's make her Indian in this series. Unlike most Scooby-Doo incarnations, this series will not feature Scooby-Doo himself due to studio mandates, combined with the crew struggling to come up with an adult take on the character. Matthew Lillard, the current voice of Shaggy Rogers in most Scooby-Doo media, expressed his support for the cast of Velma as opposed to his disappointment for not being cast as Scoob.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait to see that. Because I've seen the pictures and I've seen the write up on what's coming in the future. So, anyways, and I don't know about the rest of you. I am so tired of this. I really am. I'm tired. I'm tired of them fucking up my childhood. I used to wake up every Saturday morning and watch Scooby Doo. Wasn't one of my favorite shows. No, not really. I'll be honest, but it was entertaining enough to get me to, watch it every Saturday. Until they brought Scrappy Doo on, and Scrappy Doo can fuck right off.
Who's Scrappy?
Scrappy Doo was Scooby Doo's nephew.
So he's a short version of Scooby.
No, he's a short version of a dickhead. I heard Monkey ranting about Scrappy, and I was right there with him. Now, Monkey wasn't sure if they ever showed Scrappy's mom. Yes, they did. The episode that mom gives birth to Scrappy. I forget why Scooby ends up taking Scrappy with him, but yeah, that's when Scrappy, joined the thing, and it was just like, ain't fuck right off with Scrappy. Fuck right off. But they kind of played Scooby out because they'd done all the special guests, the Harlem Globetrotters, Batman, the Addams Family, all that shit. They were really reaching by the time we got to Scrappy. Anyways, back to this. But again, the entertainment industry right now is in a state of chaos, or at least it should be. What scares me is they're not. They just keep fucking marching forward with this shit. I got a video from, a double down from Disney. And the thing with Disney that upsets me. Oh, are you and Waba going to go hit Disney when you're out here?
Maybe.
Oh, okay. Good luck with that. I was going to say you should take her to Hollywood, but then I thought about it and I'm like, no, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't.
Well,
maybe 15 years ago you should have taken her to Hollywood, but today probably not.
The issue is she's never been west of like Texas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, this parallel.
Right. Yeah, I get it. I 15 years ago, I'd have told you, I would have demanded you take her to San Francisco.
I mean, I haven't been to San Francisco. I've been to Disneyland, Anaheim, Los Angeles, San Diego.
San Francisco used to be one of the most beautiful cities on the face of the planet.
Yeah, then California's got a hold of it.
Yeah, well, California, the thing is San Francisco's always been a liberal haven. It's always been a progressive haven, but it wasn't a sewer. Well, okay, there were parts of it that were sewer, but for the most part, it wasn't a fucking sewer. Again, you guys go watch the Dave Rubin stuff from last week. Jesus Christ. I mean, it is disturbing. And I would send you to Sausalito. That's where my dad and I used to hang out when we go up and visit. But I couldn't tell you what Sausalito looks like. And it's right across the Golden Gate Bridge, so I can't. Marin County, they're a little bit more conservative and they don't really put up with a lot of the shit. But they're still very progressive. So they might be putting up with the homeless people. And I would hate to send you to Sausalito and you report back, it's the biggest shithole as San Francisco is. So, but I was thinking, 20 years ago, I'd have said, you got to take her to San Francisco. No, fuck that. Hollywood, got to take her to Hollywood at midnight. No, I wouldn't hit Hollywood with a fucking bazooka at midnight.
At the most, we might just go see the sign and then bounce. similar to how we drove through New York City and saw the Empire State Building.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's not that
Ain't
hard to
stopping, ain't getting out, ain't.
Yeah, you know, yeah, and Hollywood is. Hollywood's always been interesting. It's always been interesting. I've been going down there since I was my teenager, and I've been there many, 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 many times. But you would always see something that surprised the fuck out of you, and it was just like, holy fuck! I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Guy walking down the street with a peacock tail butt plug. It is like, I don't think he has any pants on, buddy. My friend's like, nah, he doesn't. And I'm like, well, how the fuck's he holding that peacock? And he's like, think about it. And I'm like, ow, ow. So, and again, after midnight in Hollywood is the show is on. People come out. You know, it's time to put a show on. But now, I'd say take her to Venice Beach. Now I wouldn't. Nope. No, I've seen Venice Beach.
I mean, we've been to Atlantic City's boardwalk. It's not that much cleaner.
Wow. So Atlantic City's boardwalk has slid downhill that bad too, huh? Holy fuck. Venice Beach, again, that was another one. You showed up, you saw some shit you didn't see anywhere else. It's like old Huntington. We used to go down there to watch the freak show because you never saw some of the shit outside of old Huntington that you saw. You know, you'd go anywhere else, Balboa, Newport Beach. You never saw the freak show that you would see in old Huntington until you went to Venice Beach. And then they stepped it up. They went, oh shit, hold my beer. So, and again, I wouldn't send you to Venice now. It's like, God damn. And that sucks because, again, you see some cool shit. And San Francisco, it sucks because there's some cool places to go. There's some really cool places to go. I would love to take my kids up, but I cannot expose them to the garbage. And after P-Dog, I mean, P-Dog went there, 2-3 years ago?
Got his window smashed.
Yeah, for vacation and got all his shit. Window smashed in his rental car and all his shit for streaming, laptops, all that shit. Stolen. The first day. The first day. And the cops, I don't even know if they wrote up a report. You know? Now they wouldn't. Well, no, they probably wouldn't. They probably wouldn't. And that's before, I mean, it's the zombie land that it is now. So, so it's like, I don't even know where the fuck to send you now. Anaheim, I know, is still semi-safe. But and the Disneyland thing really irks me, and it really hurts me, and it really bothers me because I grew up at Disneyland. Grandfather started taking me when I was about 3. You know, grandfather and father. Father did not grow up with Disneyland. Disneyland, because father was born in, 37. So Disneyland did not open until the mid 50s. So dad didn't grow up with Disneyland. My wife's parents grew up with Disneyland. I mean, they would come out every other year and visit Disneyland. It's the greatest thing in the world. Granddad still wants to do it, but Granddad does not understand what a sewer Disneyland is now. And he doesn't pay attention to the political nonsense that is going on with Disneyland. And the thing is with what Disney is doing, the corporation, with what it's doing, I cannot support it. I cannot buy a Disney product. I cannot. I take my kids to Disney, and it breaks my heart. Moo has been to Disney, I think it's twice. His grandparents took him once, and then me and his mom and his grandparents took him another time. Had a fucking blast, but it's before Disney went full batshit crazy woke. Now with what they're doing, I can't support this shit. I just can't do it. And people are, well, you're just one person, Johnny. You know, okay, fine. I'm just one person is not going to give a company that I disagree with on a fundamental level my money. And I am not going to support it. And I'm not going to have my kids see me support a company that they know I absolutely despise and disagree with. Disney used to be all about the family. It's no longer all about the family. It's all about the agenda.
Well, and really, I mean, and really, Becca or Wabar, the bigger arguers for this, isn't it a bit heightist for them to be singing "It's a Small World"?
You asshole. Yeah, nobody exactly. Don't give your money to companies that hate you. In Disney, they want nothing to do with us. And I remember when I was a teenager, Disney that
So you were too
brought
old for
their
them.
entire
Got it.
corporation to our high school, saying there you can have a career in Disney. Are you going to start selling peanuts or popcorn or whatever? Yes. If you're in if you're in drama, you may start as one of the characters in a show, but there is a career for you at Disney if you want to come work there. Here was the catch for a lot of people in my school. You cannot have piercings. You cannot have wild hair. You can, it was very conservative. Um, and I look at today, we're talking rainbow shirts. We're talking you can have your hair 5 different colors. You can have all the shit in your face. I don't need my kids seeing that. I just don't because look, Disneyland should be the attraction, should be the attention where the attention is, the rides, the characters, not the people that work there. My kids do not need to focus on the person and that they have 50 earrings in their face. And we're trying to figure out why they got so much shit in their face. It's a distraction. I don't need it. I don't need to explain to my kids, Dad, is that a boy or a girl? Got me. I don't need that discussion at Disney. I just want to get on the ride and enjoy myself. I stopped enjoying myself when I went to Disney. I think it was with the in laws. And thank God my back went out. But we got there. This is before we had Moo and Little Johnny. We got there and I got on the Pirates of the Caribbean, and they had stripped all the flavor out of that. They had stripped it all out. I could not believe it. I, I, and I couldn't believe that there wasn't a huge outcry over them stripping all the flavor out of Pirates of the Caribbean. Couldn't believe it. I was like, that was one of the most beloved rides, and y'all fucked it up. And they fucked up everything. They fucked up the haunted house. They shut down Splash Mountain because it was racist. Get the fuck out of my face, racist.
What?
Yeah, Splash Mountain is dead. Um, Part of the thing with Disneyland is you learned a lot about American history, for good or bad. For good or bad. And the thing is, most Americans are willing to accept the bad because they want to improve on it. They want it to change. You know, they want to look back at our fucked up history and go, okay, we can do better. Let's do better.
Well, and not to harp back on the same ride again, but I thought they were all for representation. I mean, they have a ride that shows the cultures of the world, but nope, can't be having the ones with the slant eyes there.
Well, yeah, because they're just white people, man.
Well, they are now.
But they will include people in wheelchairs.
Yeah. How the hell are you? Side rant. How the hell are you supposed to roll a D&D campaign with someone with a wheelchair? Because I would love to know, just evil, conniving magician, bad fucking dragon slaying dude creates a dungeon that you have to explore in order to vanquish him. But nope. He's gonna
Well,
think.
you better hope there are no steps in that fucker.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna build it with a wheelchair accessible ramp.
Oh, fuck off. I honestly don't get it. The whole point of playing D&D was to get away from the fucked up world you were living in. It was to create a fantasy. If you were in a wheelchair, you made believe that you could walk, you could talk, you could fly, you could do all kinds of supernatural shit. That was the point.
Not represented that way, Johnny.
Good. Guess what? I wasn't being. Well, no, I am a white male. But it's not like I can pick up a sword and go fight a dragon. That's not going to happen. Hell, I can barely walk outside and fend off the fucking chihuahua walking down the street.
Hell, you can barely walk.
Right? See? But these guys want representation. Got to have trans characters. Wait, what? We have to have trans characters in D&D.
Well, and
Or a boy.
Weren't some of the original Disney characters just men in drag? So they've already had trans characters.
Yes.
It was nice
but
that you had a channel.
But now, oh God, fuck. This is how insidious it is because your mind goes 50 different directions on how many fucked up things this agenda, wrecks. It has wrecked Disneyland. It has wrecked D&D. I was never a big D&D player, but you'll never get me to play that shit now unless it's old school D&D with a DM that knows what the fuck he's doing. Because again, it was all about fantasy. Do I want to play any of the future D&D video games? Fuck no. Because I know what they're going to be. They're going to be trash. They're going to be this all-inclusive, you have to bow down to the mafia, and we are going to represent everybody. Doesn't matter if the game is any good. The representation is going to fucking be there. And that's what matters. Fuck you. The fact that Star Wars did that shit. Well, did you see we had the first gay kiss in the Star Wars movie? Who cares? I don't watch Star Wars to see the first gay kiss. And you know what? Again, I lived across the Golden Gate from San Francisco. Trust me, I've seen plenty of gay kissing. I don't need it in my Star Wars movies. Don't need it in Star Trek. Don't need it in Dungeons and Dragons. And the thing is, I don't need a bunch of straight people making out either. I don't need that shit in my face. Give me lightsabers and evil and light against dark. Give me all that shit. I do not give a fuck who's fucking who.
The core concept of Star Wars. We need more space battles, damn
it. Right?
Fuck politics,
they at least listen to us on the lightsaber battles. Because it always pissed me off there's only one lightsaber battle in the fucking movies. They picked up a few
space battles.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, they could just keep the camera on the Millennium Falcon, and I'm good. Do a whole movie. Which Empire is still the best movie ever made?
What was that second word?
Star Wars. Empire Strikes Back. What?
What was the name of the ship?
The Millennium Falcon. Do not fuck with me.
The Millennium what?
Fuck off, Shio. I am not Becca.
Falcon.
No. No. You're wrong. Moving on. But you could just do the movie around that shit. And we're good. Okay? We're good. Every movie should have just been about the ship. Just saying. And yes, I did take my kid, one of my kids, to see Solo. You know why? Because of the ship. And the Wookiee. Okay, the Wookiee. I love the Wookiee.
We always love the Wookiee.
That's right. I feel like we've sidetracked here, Sheila.
So, Johnny, you know what would ease your blood pressure?
Kitties! Oh, you're going to like the outro video then, Sheila. Yes, you want to come see the kitties?
What type of cat are they?
I guess cheetah or leopard.
They're very
God damn it, Shio. Get the fuck out of here. Becca, that wasn't me. That was him. That was him. Wasn't me.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Did you see her? She yelled at me last week because I posted that snake gif. I haven't posted the snake anything in months.
I didn't see that.
I forget why I posted it too. I just want to see if she's paying attention.
She did.
Yeah, she saw it. Yeah, it's the snake gif with the cobra just sitting there, moving his head around. He's just looking around. All right, let's get back to Joy Reid. This bitch.
Should have brought a snake for her.
I did bring an article.
No, I mean when we saw her this weekend, we had some Buc-ee's Nuggies, but no.
Oh wait, don't share
that's
your
YouTube, dumbass.
damn stream. Yeah, no. Hey, fuck off.
No, we brought her some Buc-ee's Nuggies. We should have brought a feathery snake or something.
See, the boys and I thought about that for Christmas. We were like, we should sneak a snake in, and it was like, look, I think we're borderline crossing the line on death here as is with the gifts that we got her and little one. I don't think we should press our luck on the snake. But both my boys are evil, and I'm like, if you guys ever want to see, pudding cookies again, you're not going to want to put a snake in the goddamn box. It was bad enough when I sent her a shirt with Stone Cold and 2 snakes as his arms. I mean, she was like, oh, Johnny, that was borderline. That was borderline. I figured we put a plastic snake in there. She'd have killed me. So
upon further reflection,
oh, fuck.
Why is the lady on the right look like a Chinese dude from Miami in blackface?
I'm not touching that.
But you see it, don't you?
I see it. I'm like, yeah, that's a Chinese dude in drag, in blackface.
Blackface, drag, blonde tips.
Yeah. And the thing with the drag, listen, I don't give a fuck. The whole drag argument is just a joke. It is an absolute fucking joke. And there should be just one question that everybody should ask. Why the fuck do you drag performers want kids in your shit? Drag was and always has been adult and sexually oriented. Always. And well, we want to educate the kids. That's why we're doing the library readings and all that bullshit. Okay, it's beautiful. You want to read to the children. Why can't you do it in normal clothes?
But Johnny,
you want to educate the children, do it in normal clothes.
They want to educate the kids on sexual education.
They want to, sexual exploitation, sexual exploration. Yeah, I know what they want to educate the kids on. If it's all about the children, then show up in normal street clothes, read the fucking book, and not, what is it, queerness or whatever, where the guys, the boys are sucking each other's dicks. No. Read them, Curious George, Dick and Jane, whatever.
They're going to show you a different Curious George and Dick and Jane, all right.
Yeah.
Second, for a portion of the voting bloc that wants to be as inclusive and wants to, sexually exploit kids, apparently, you think they would be for the Catholic Church?
But they have you're not really wrong on that. It's fucking.
Don't have to like it. I'm just pointing out truths.
Yeah, I know the hypocrisy is there. I know. Again, you want to dress up as a man or as a woman and go perform for a bunch of adults? I don't give a shit. One of my favorite movies is The Birdcage. Fucking love it. You don't see a bunch of kids in the fucking nightclub though. You don't. There's a reason, because it was adult oriented. Always has been, always will be. You know, would I take my 9-year-old to a trans or to, a drag show? Fuck no.
No.
Would I take my 17-year-old? Yeah, just to watch him squirm in his chair. That would be some funny shit. But I know he could handle it. I know he would be up to speed with, most of the adult content. Do I think it would damage his brain? No, I don't. My 9-year-old, though, no, I don't want these people anywhere around my 9-year-old. I saw some of the shit that came out around Christmas. It was just like, holy fuck. Titties in a box? Oh, well, they're fake tits, so it's okay. No, it's not.
I mean, if you want fake tits in a box, just go outside any surgical ward, cancer ward.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we're doing Joy. Okay, here
Oscar
we
and
go.
Tony Awards. Lizzo performed with her amazing choir of many-sized singers. Beyonce took home her 32nd Grammy to become the most Grammy-decorated singer of all time.
Oh my God!
Besting, and I had to look this up, Hungarian-British conductor George Solti. Record of the Year went to Harry Styles, a British male singer who frequently puts on dresses to pose in magazines and is a sex symbol to women and men because of it. And there was
Johnny,
a
Is he
15-minute
though?
epic tribute to the 50th anniversary of hip-hop.
See, now I was thinking about going and looking this part of the Grammy show up because this I would actually probably be down with. Run DMC, I fucking love Run DMC.
Johnny, you
Love
can't
their
watch
voice.
that. You're not the right color.
Fuck right off, man. Us white people are the ones that were watching this shit back in the day. Just saying. All us white boys. And we were down. We were hip. We were cool. Okay, now we want.
So yeah, the culture wars are over and the left
They're over.
won, like total defeat. I can only imagine the heads exploding in red states. I imagine Ron DeSantis is somewhere stalking through his governor's mansion, trying to figure out how to ban the airing of the Grammys in Florida and take away CBS's tax exemptions. No educational value, queer theory, black music. Ah!
Joy.
It's a helpful reminder that despite the almost hysterical war the right is waging to take the culture back to the John Wayne era, they are not just losing. They literally cannot win. Cultural progression is relentless. Once people get a taste of modernity, they almost never go back willingly. Red state governors and legislators can ban as many books as they want, but people can still buy them on Amazon and literally hand them to their kids.
They're not banning the books.
They're being pulled for review to see if they fall online. They're not being banned.
Yeah, but according to Twitter, they're being banned.
Temporarily while they were reviewed.
Because we are all a bunch of white supremacists.
Well,
and a bunch of transphobes and homophobes and whatever else other phobe you want to come up with. And again, you can fuck right off. I do not have an irrational fear towards gay people, black people, trans people.
Well,
I'm sorry. Okay, do I have, and is it an irrational fear when I step foot into South Central LA as a white boy? Fuck no, it's not. Fuck no, it's not irrational. I've been shot at in South Central. It is not an irrational fear. So, now when I see a black person at the grocery store, do I go, oh, fuck, I'm going to get shot? No.
No, you're just wondering. Never mind. I was going to go extreme.
To be honest, no, living in the mountains, you do not see a lot of black folks up here. You just don't. Okay. And we've talked about it many times on the show. Black people do not deal with cold well. All right. To their own, they're the ones that tell me that. It's not that I had a white guy go, black people don't like the cold. And I'm like, the fuck out of here. Man, that is racist.
You would say that.
My black friends are the ones that went, he ain't fucking wrong. There's a reason I go snowboarding. My black friends used to come up, they'd go snowboarding for a day, and then they'd sit around the fireplace for 3 days trying to warm up. I couldn't figure it out.
Between trying to warm up, their natural camouflage disappears. I mean, also the thing I said in private chat.
I'm trying to keep an eye on my real chat. I the whole watermelon thing with black people is like, why is that racist? Did you hear about? I think it was in New York. Um, it happened
Why's it
at
gotta be about watermelons with you?
no, man. The article was about watermelon, chicken, and waffles. The first day of Black History Month, a school catered a lunch, and people called it racist, called it insensitive, all this bullshit because they and I don't know if the caterer just wasn't thinking. I don't
Collard
know.
greens.
You know, I don't know. I don't know why this is what was on the menu that day. I don't know. But he had to come out and apologize because he had served fried chicken, watermelon, and waffles on the first day of Black History Month. And I'm like, really? Are fuck right off. As a kid at a school, you're bringing me fried chicken, watermelon, and waffles. I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy boy because I love fried chicken, I love watermelon, and I love waffles. I am a happy man. Buck right off with this. It was culturally insensitive. It was racist. Maybe they know what the kids want to eat.
And really, we hear this usually once a year. Some school
Yes.
in the middle of nowhere runs out the same shit.
Yeah, Spittle. Used to have a doctor in Compton. Oh, yeah, it used to scare me driving into Compton. I slunk down in my seat in Compton too. I did not leave the doctor's office to go down to the corner store to buy a pack of cigarettes or grab something to drink. I stayed in that fucking doctor's office till I got back in my car and got the fuck out of Compton. So yes, I get it. So, and it's not, no, that's American cuisine, BG. It's American cuisine. Fuck off with this. It's black food. It's American food.
I mean,
Fuck you.
they are serving black cuisine after they took away all of that food. They had nothing to serve. That's a poor country's joke, guys. They served nothing because they had no food. It's leave it.
Oh, that one fell flat, huh, Shield?
It did. It was there. Unlike their food.
Okay, I want y'all to read this headline. Gen Zers are tuning into TikTok to learn about forgotten Black history. If that doesn't scare the fuck out of you, I don't know what will. Honestly, it's not just Black Gen Zers. This is Gen Zers are tuning into TikTok, and I don't know if I showed it the last time I streamed, but according to there's a historian, very popular historian on TikTok, that said that the Roman Empire never existed. And I'm like, wait, what? How the fuck you get? Wait, the Roman Empire never existed. Then who built all those fucking aqueducts? Colosseum? Anybody want to explain that one to me? I mean, she never gets around to explaining how the Colosseum appeared. Or if she does, it's not a very good explanation. But, it should scare the fuck out of you if people are going to TikTok to get history lessons. It really should. And again, this isn't Black history. Black history in this country is American history. How about we call it American fucking history? Stop fucking segregating. It is not Asian history. It is not, I was watching the NASCAR race this weekend, and the Mexican driver, the one Mexican driver in NASCAR, he didn't call them Latinos. You know what he called them? He called them Hispanics. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Lucky you are Mexican, because if white boy had said Hispanic, they'd have fucking run his ass out on a rail. All right? You have a Mexican calling them Hispanics. You know why? Because Latino does not fit most people with a Hispanic background. Cubans do not want to be compared to Puerto Ricans. They do not want to be compared to Mexicans. Mexicans do not want to be compared to El Salvadorians, Puerto Ricans, or Cubans. These people take a great deal of fucking pride in where they come from. A great deal of pride in who they are, as they should. We can sit here and make all the gardening jokes, when it comes to, Becca's kids, who are half Hispanic or half Mexican. We can sit here and make those jokes.
Well, that's why they drive lowriders, right?
Which is it's funny you mentioned that, because a friend of mine was in a Mexican gang from LA, drove a low riding, what was it, a
6'4"
67
Impala?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 6'4" Impala. Low riding. I got in that car. Holy fuck. That was the most uncomfortable ride I had ever had. And not because I was squished in with 8 Hispanic dudes that are in a gang. Had nothing to do with that. The ride from the car itself sucked.
No, you were
the dudes in the car, I was down with them, but the car itself, beautiful fuck, cherried out, chrome, fuck, car shined in the moonlight. It's fucking beautiful. But goddamn it, I rode in that thing once, and it was like, you know what? I'm gonna get my piece of shit Camaro that looks like a Huya mobile. People used to call it a Beaner mobile. Big jacked up in the rear end, little tires in the front. I took a great deal of pride in my Camaro, and I was like, you can call it whatever you want. Mine. Fuck off. No, I was happy to ride in that. And they were okay with me riding in that because it fit right in with their, Mexican gang motif thing. So they were down with it. But it was like, you guys couldn't have put shocks? What'd you guys do to the springs? Oh, we ain't got no springs. You gotta have springs. No, we ain't got no springs. Dude, we know you cut the shocks on you, or cut the springs on your Camaro. I'm like, I didn't cut them. The dude that owned it before me cut them. And that motherfucker cost me a shit ton of money for tires. Anyways, uncomfortable ride. Where the fuck were we going with this show?
We're on a tangent today.
Yeah, we are. Hey, Johnny, who the fuck knows? Hey, we had we used to play softball every year with this huge Mexican family. They fielded their own goddamn team from their just family. And then when they started bringing the neighborhood, it was like, holy fuck, we have 3 softball teams now. But every year, a couple times during the summer in Huntington Beach, they come down to Huntington Beach, hang out for the weekend. Fuck, what are the the barbecues? Oh my God, the food was fucking incredible. All homemade, all authentic Mexican. It was fucking glorious. I miss those days. And I get a phone call from from the son of the family that, because it was 2 dads that worked together at the same plant. And they're like, we should put a softball team, a softball game together. We started doing it twice a year, every year, or every summer. It was fucking awesome. But the son called me and he goes, hey, the Negrettis are coming down. And it was like, oh, I'm there. I am fucking there, man. Hadn't come down to Huntington in a couple years, but it was like the family's coming. They're bringing their kids. We're all bringing our kids. We're going to do it up again. And again, it was a blast. Now, it was mind-blowing to see people I hadn't seen in 15 years, all grown up and gray and got kids and, put on weight. And it's just like, wow, we're getting old. And then we're looking at the kids and it's like, shit, that was us just a few years ago. God damn it, we're getting old. So, we had a blast hanging out. And it was awesome. And they would just come, the kids would just come down and hang out with us kids, a couple of weekends a month, because they got sick of LA, man. They wanted to come down and hang out at the beach and look at the pretty girls and do Balboa and Newport. It was like, come on down. We'll show you guys how we roll. So it's possible, Johnny. It's possible.
Kids.
Let's finish
Young
this.
Americans are still going to find out the awful parts of American history. They're not.
And if you let DeSantis do what he's doing in Florida, people are gonna look. Nobody wants. Shut up, Joy. Nobody wants Black history or Asian history or any history erased. We don't. We don't. There's no way. We can't learn from it. But you start making shit up the way you motherfuckers are. Look at us right now. We're going backwards. We are segregating based on skin color, based on sexuality. This is all shit back in the 70s and 80s we were against. This is all shit we were against. But we are right back. We are now. If you are not a black trans female, you cannot come hang out here. We have, when, what was it, Black Panther 2 came out. I was reading shit. White people should not go to the movie theaters on the opening weekend to see Black Panther 2. You should just allow it to be a black moment in history. Wait, what? Fuck you. Look, if I had any interest in seeing Black Panther 2, I'd have gone and seen it. I didn't. I didn't care. But I was offended that these motherfuckers are like, you white people need to stay the fuck away from our stuff. Well, let's reverse that. Let's say a bunch of white people say, hey, Star Wars is coming out. None of you black folks should go see it on the opening day weekend. You know what the fuck would happen?
They'd go do it.
We would have riots breaking out across the goddamn country because a bunch of white supremacists came out and said, we don't want people of color watching our shit. But it's okay when the black community comes out and tells white people, you know, you can't go there. Well, fuck off. Fuck off. You are taking us back in time because instead of learning real history, you are learning the faux history that the 1619 Project wants you to learn. These people don't want equal rights. They want supreme rights. They want to be the supreme, the dominant race right now. And right now they fucking are. Black man gets blown away because he ran from the cops. Took a shot at the cops. And we're rioting? Why? Listen, we keep saying you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Who's snoring, Sheol? It's Sheol. Sheol is snoring. Sheol has fallen asleep on me.
You thought you're so boring.
You might not be wrong. So we are going back in history, or going back in time with this shit. Yes, I muted Sheol. This is insane. And the thing is that the trans mafia, they want the same fucking thing. They don't want equal rights with straight gay people. Fuck, you have trans people going after gay people because they are not LGBTQ enough. They are not following the agenda enough. Because you have gay people coming out going, this isn't what we fought for. Fuck you. We didn't fight for, 3-year-olds stuffing money into drag queens' G-strings. We didn't do that. That's not what we fought for. We fought so we could live our lives and love who we wanted to love without eating shit for it. That's what we fought for. But we're going back in fucking time. And it sucks. Because I'm sitting here looking, and again, I'm looking around going, this is not a world I want to leave my kids. I feel sorry for my kids. For one, having to deal with all this bullshit. But if we continue to let these people do this, imagine the fucking world that they're going to end up in. My kids are going to be the first ones up against the wall. Because my kids are not going to stand for this shit. They may for a while, but they're eventually going to get to the point where reality is going to kick in and they're going to stand up for themselves and then they're going to be lined up against the fucking wall.
I'm already tired of this.
Right? I'm tired of it too. I would much rather be on Twitch right now and streaming God of War. Having a good time, acting the fool. But no, I'm sitting here because I know the State of the Union is going to suck up all the oxygen for the rest of the week. I don't want to deal with the State of the Union. Probably not going to watch the State of the Union. Probably going to watch highlights because I do not need to sit and listen to an hour or 2 hours of mumble mouth Biden lie to me about how great the country is right now. No, the country is in a fucking shithole right now because of you and the people that put you there. And never think that Joe Biden is running this fucking country. If anything, the Twitter files and what we saw with that Chinese balloon should tell you Joe Biden is not running this fucking country. The people that are running it are the people that are propping up Joe Biden. The fact that you have people on television saying, I watched part of The View from yesterday, and you had Sonny Hostin saying, well, the intelligence community didn't tell Trump about the 3 balloons because they didn't trust him. The fact that she said that and was not outraged, I was blown away. I was blown away. And I saw it on Twitter. People were defending that shit. Now, the story has semi changed since Sonny opened her face, but the fact that people were okay with the intelligence community not informing the president of the United States of intelligence gathering balloons crossing the border of the United States should scare the fuck out of every single person. That had happened back in the 80s. Reagan would have fucking erupted. That had happened in the 90s. Clinton would have fucking erupted. Now, would he have done anything? Probably not. Reagan would have done something. Or Bush would have done something. But again, you are saying it's okay for the intelligence community to withhold information from the President of the United States, the man that is supposed to make decisions that are in the best interest of the American people. How is he supposed to make decisions that are in our best interest when he doesn't have all the fucking information?
Yeah.
And do you really want the intelligence community having that much power that they can withhold information from the President of the United States and not get absolutely butt fucked by Congress and the President?
These people are dumb.
You're absolutely right, Joni. Again, we should be terrified at what we are seeing. Because you have the Democrats came out after they shot down that fucking balloon and went, it's all good. No, it's okay that it flew across the country gathering information. And they gave every excuse in the book on why it was okay. It's okay because we blocked the signal. Really? How? How? You told me it was just a weather balloon. Then I come to find out it's a weather balloon that China can maneuver and can point it in the direction that they want it to go. And that's okay too. So please tell me how this is okay. Please tell me why I shouldn't be, worried that we have a foreign country, a communist foreign country, that would love to see this country fold up and disintegrate. Tell me why it's okay. Tell me why I shouldn't be afraid that this country is sending balloons across our border gathering information. The fuck out of my face. And yet they'll turn around and tell me I need to spend $100 billion to protect the Ukraine. Why?
Why?
You have still yet to give me a reason why I should give a fuck about the Ukraine. Do I give a fuck about Russia? No, I don't. I don't give a fuck about either country. Do I think we're inching towards World War III with this shit, sending tanks? Fuck yeah. Do I think Joe Biden is going to go back on the F-15 thing? I absolutely think Joe Biden's going to send F-15s at some point. I'll be shocked if he doesn't send them F-22s. And the fact that the guy that is running Russia is batshit fucking crazy and possibly dying, that motherfucker's got nothing to lose. The fact that you're willing to poke that motherfucker in the eye over Ukraine? Get the fuck out of my face. You're willing to endanger the United States to protect the Ukraine. Again, why? The fuck has Ukraine done for us lately? Other than be a constant bother. The corruption that has come out of the Ukraine over the decades, and we need to protect them. Again, why? I read a thread on Twitter, and I'm pretty sure it's probably not far from the mark when it comes to Ukraine. The politicians on both sides of the aisle are going to protect the Ukraine because there are enough secrets to damn every single one of them on both sides of the aisle. That if the truth comes out about the shit that they've been doing in the Ukraine, the money that has been laundered, the biolabs that have been run, that the politicians will be made to answer by the American people if the media reports on it. But there are some secrets that when they do come out are too big to hide. Even the media can't do it. CNN can't do it. I absolutely believe that's one of the reasons we are putting so much into the Ukraine. I can't believe that the Republicans are already folding on the Ukraine and the money that we're fucking sending them. We won't build a goddamn border wall, but we will ship hundreds of, or tens of millions or billions and military equipment that is going to piss Putin off. And again, I don't give a fuck about Putin, but the guy is batshit crazy. Pissing him off is probably not in our best interest. Pissing off the Ukraine does nothing. Well, what are they going to do? They ain't going to do shit. So, the Chinese balloon, these fucking politicians, Joe Biden, I don't want to watch State of the Union. It's all going to be crap. And the thing is, nobody in the media is going to call out, well, okay, there'll be a few people that do. But even Fox News, they're going to give you some vanilla take on how corrupt Joe Biden is. It's going to be vanilla. They're not going to fucking dive deep into it. They only have a couple of real reporters over there. But for the most part, they are a media corporation that wants to make money. And you can't go at Joe Biden and the Democrats as hard as you probably should. Actually, not probably, as you should. And the Republicans. You motherfuckers need to be going after the Republicans just as hard as you go after fucking Democrats and vice versa. Because they're all corrupt. It's all about money and power. These motherfuckers no longer give a fuck about the American people. They don't care. And the thing that I found out with the Twitter files that has been coming out, the European governments are just as corrupt as the American government. The Canadian government is just as corrupt. They are censoring information. Their intelligence agencies are doing the same shit that our intelligence agencies are doing in curbing free speech, in putting out misinformation, in, redirecting the COVID argument. And it should be an argument. What happened during COVID should absolutely be an argument. That should not be settled. We should still be arguing about it. But now you even have people that were all in on the COVID thing coming out going, oh, wow, we may have fucked up on this one. But then I also look, and you have people that are double, tripling, and quadrupling down on 4 and 5 booster shots. And no, we didn't go far enough in the COVID lockdowns. You still have medical professionals out there that are saying we did not go far enough. Are you fucking kidding me? We did everything to destroy our country with 2 years of COVID. My state is never going to recover. Probably at least not in my lifetime. I watched restaurant after restaurant after restaurant. I watched business after business after business. Locally, off the mountain, down the fucking road, down the freeway, shut down because of what Gavin Newsom did while he was out there attending private parties at restaurants that he had shut down because of COVID. Hey, Michael, how you doing, man? So I do not want any part of the State of the Union. I will probably watch the fucking highlights and I will sit there and hem and haw and get pissed off. And then I'm going to shut down my web browser and I'm going to go play a fucking game over on Twitch.
Good idea.
Because I am sick and tired of we keep moving forward with this absolutely insane thinking, whether it's trans, whether it's whether it's politics, whether it's culture, whether it's social. We keep moving forward with the absolutely stupidest thoughts. We need reparations. Why? Well, the black man was, wronged in the past. Okay, that was in the past. What the fuck? How does slavery affect you today? Well, let me tell you. Well, why aren't you going after the African countries that sold your ancestors into slavery? Well, because they don't have the fucking money. Will they ever say that? No, but that's essentially what it comes down to. They know that most African countries that sold their people into slavery are shithole countries that would never be able to pay it. So they're not going to go after them. And they will give you some bullshit reason why. I may one day go after that motherfucker. He used to be called Devil's Advocate over here on YouTube. Now he's called ACAB Devil or ACAB Advocate. I don't know. The guy's a dickhead. He went from, hi Elowen, how you doing? Elowen, 82 days since bored shit in the bathroom. He went from, I guess you could say, an anti-SJW or skeptic, whatever the fuck you want to call the old school YouTubers, that went after just this batshit crazy theology, this philosophy, this way of thinking. He put out some good arguments. He went and researched his shit. Now he is one of the most racist motherfuckers on YouTube. Thing is, he gets away with it because he's a black man. He comes right out and says, I couldn't believe it. Bering was on the stream too. I don't think Bering could believe it either. And Bering was asking him some legitimate questions during the stream. But the guy came right out and said, every fucking cop should be murdered in the United States.
No.
And it was like, wait, what?
That's dumb.
And he has doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on that thought. He puts it in his little shorts. He releases about 15, 20 shorts a day. He's up to 1 million views over on TikTok. He can't gain ground over here on YouTube. Not really sure why. I would think he fit right in with the YouTube crowd that YouTube wants to push. I'm wondering if his account isn't still flagged from his anti-SJW days. And they just haven't realized that they are throttling someone that is now speaking the philosophy that they, want to push. We may talk about that guy. Problem I have with talking about that guy is it gives him the attention, for an hour or two. Moo, or was it Moon? No, it wasn't Moo. Moo and I did, we did Sophie. And of course, he blocked me on Twitter after that stream. It was Neil. Neil and I did a stream about this guy because he was pushing reparations a couple of years ago hard. Boy, this guy's dancing about what's happening here in California when it comes to reparations. And it is just causing him to double and triple down on this reparations nonsense. And again, do not fall asleep on what California is doing because it is coming to a state near you or to the federal level near all of us. But Neil and I, we invited him to come on. By all means, come on. Push back on what we are saying. And he blocked me on Twitter too. After he saw the stream. He watched the stream. I know he did. But he blocked me. He blocked me after the stream was over. Because these people do not want to. He's one of those that if you come at him with a legitimate argument and he's heard that 15 times, he's going to shut you down. He's going to call you fucking ignorant asshole and tell you you're just wasting his time. Is he ever going to answer the questions you ask of him? No. He's just going to say, I've dealt with that in the past. I don't need to deal with it now. Well, you've never dealt with it in the past. I've watched your shit. You cannot explain to me why the black population in this country right now deserves reparations. And when we start talking about reparations, God help you if you bring up the red man or the yellow man in that talk. Because he is just as racist against them as he is against white people. And again, it blows my mind that YouTube allows this shit.
What's a red and yellow man?
An Indian or an Asian.
Ah. Okay.
So, and of course, I went off on a tangent again. We were talking about the State of the Union. So yeah, I'm gonna let Monkey and them boys deal with that shit because I'm sure Monkey's going to stream it while it is going on, and I will probably be watching it. Um, but well, I'll be watching a little bit of it because again, I don't need that motherfucker lying to me for 2 hours, and then I don't need to listen to every media organization blow sunshine up the man's ass. The only thing that Joe Biden probably isn't going to even know what the fuck came out of his mouth. He's just going to read what's on the teleprompter, and everybody's going to clap, and they're going to say, "Oh, look at Joe. Joe is the man." No, Joe is an old man that doesn't know what fucking planet he's on. Kamala Harris is even worse. I don't know if you guys saw her speech from NASA last week. Holy fuck. I gotta wonder what drugs that bitch is taking because she goes out there, she makes absolutely zero sense and is laughing up a storm about it. And it's like, wow, you're one heartbeat away from being the most powerful person on the face of the planet. God, if that doesn't scare the fuck out of you, I don't know what will. Russia doesn't scare me when Kamala Harris can take over. So, um, you know, so the whole point of this fucking stream was, hey, it was. I, I keep thinking with everything we're doing, with everything we're seeing, with everything we're talking about, with Twitter being taken over by Elon, we are going to see things change. We are not seeing things. They're not changing. They're getting worse. They are getting worse. These motherfuckers in Washington are getting worse. Republicans came out and went, we're going to be manly men when we take over the House. Okay, well, you got the House. Guess what? You're folding like fucking cheap lawn chairs, you dicks. You now want to send 100 billion and airplanes and tanks to fucking Ukraine. You told us you were going to take a stand against this. Now you're telling us we need to take a stand against Russia and the Ukraine is the easiest way of doing it. Fuck you. Again, both sides are corrupt. And I was hoping 2023 was going to be better. It's not. Okay, on a personal level, it has been better. 2022 sucked. I was done in September. Outlaw and I were talking about it a couple of weeks ago in his stream. It's like, shit, I want to be done. He wanted to be done, I think it was in July. I was ready in January of 2022 to be done. But I got to, September, and I'm like, no, that's it. I'm done. I'm preparing for 2023. I honestly believe that 2023, now again, on a personal level, it has been better. One of the reasons is because I haven't been knee deep in the news. I've been walking away on the weekends from current events, from this fucking Hogwarts insanity. Because the Hogwarts thing, it's not about the game. It's about the ideology that is pushing to have this game canceled. This ideology is doubling, tripling, quadrupling down, and holy fuck. If you push back against them, they want your head. They absolutely want your head. They want J.K. Rowling living in the gutter. Is that ever going to happen? Fuck no. Too many people love what she has done. Okay. And again, I may not get it, but I get why, people have fallen in love with that shit. I have plenty of people that I love around me that love this shit. Okay. I may not, but I get it. Um, that's never going to happen. Each these motherfuckers alive that JK is set for life. And they keep saying, well, she's using all her money to push anti-trans. No, she's not. I don't even think she's using much of her money to do anything when it comes to the trans agenda. You know what she's doing? She's using her name and her voice to come out and say, hey, man can't be a woman. Man can't give birth. That's not transphobic. I'm sorry, it's not. That is us saying to you motherfuckers, listen, if you were born a man, you're always going to be a man. If you were born a woman, you're always going to be a woman. Ain't nothing going to change that shit. I got articles on how they are planning on transplanting uteruses into men so that they can give birth. I have articles. This is how fucked up these people are because we are getting into some sci-fi bullshit that is absolutely terrifying. But there's a debate going on in the science community when it comes to women who are brain dead and how we should allow their bodies to be used to procreate. And I'm like, wait, no. That's some freaky deaky shit you would see in a sci-fi movie and run out of the movie theater screaming. But these people are pushing. These people are pushing this thought process of people in comas, women in comas, should be allowed to be incubators for other people's children. Are you fucking kidding me? Elowen, like I said, if I can talk Becca into a stream this weekend over here on YouTube, maybe we will cover that one. But I've got the article, and they're saying it's already being done with women that have had hysterectomies. Okay, they're saying it's being done with women that have had hysterectomies. So, this is not reality. I mean, fuck, 5 years ago, if you'd mentioned using a brain dead woman to be an incubator, people would have come for your head and said, "What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? What happened to consent? I mean, Jesus Christ, a woman's brain dead. How is she going to consent to giving birth?" Fuck. But again, you have scientists out there that are saying this should be talked about. This should be thrown out there as an idea. No, it shouldn't. Just like the baby factories. I've seen videos of, baby factories, all automated. It essentially reminds me of Star Wars Attack of the Clones and what they're talking about doing. And do we want baby factories in the future? That is a scary thought to me. That is a despicable thought to me. But it's being thrown out there. It is being developed. And before I go, I don't know if you guys, sure you guys caught this one, but again, I see, and I wonder how this is real. I wonder how people come out and defend this motherfucker, and I'm sure you guys have already seen it. But this is a trans woman who is experiencing PMS, according to them. So we have a man experiencing PMS. Now, has he had any surgeries? No. Does he have the axe wound that he needs to wedge? No, he doesn't.
What's PMS?
Premenstrual syndrome. It is an uncomfortable situation, often painful for women once a month when they have their monthly cycle.
That sounds like a period.
It is.
Okay.
Wow. 9 years old. And he knows more than this motherfucker that I'm about to show you. That could scare you.
This woman period isn't really talked about enough. So you see, a few days ago, I started experiencing extra breast tenderness, like more than normal. Like a lot of trans women will experience that with the hormones, especially as they grow, but it was extra sensitive essentially. So I have an extra medication on top of my my hormones that I just started. So I have some concerns about like if it started poorly interacting or whatever, especially because the other day, the day after the breast tenderness started, my abdomen started cramping up and I was starting to feel extremely gassy. The gassiness was bloating. The abdomens, they were cramps. So I go to the hospital per their recommendation just to make sure everything's okay. And so I lay down on the table, describe my symptoms to the doctor. The doctor kind of puts pressure on my lower abdomen area where the pain is centered. And I come to find out that they were PMS symptoms. I was experiencing PMS.
God damn it. God damn it. You were not experiencing PMS, you fucking douchebag. The fact, okay. You went to the hospital. I've known quite a few women that have had just excruciating PMS, periods, all that shit. Wife every once in a while. It hits hard. Watched her for days with the heating pad and the heating bead thing and all that bullshit. This motherfucker went to the hospital. Never once did she want me to take her to the hospital because she was experiencing PMS. Okay? Never. But the fact that a doctor humored this motherfucker and went, "You're experiencing PMS." My question is, did you tell that motherfucker you were a dude? Hey, Spud Gun, how you doing? I Let's get back to it. Oops, wrong one. Fuck.
From my estrogen. I have no uterus. I have no blood coming out of weird places.
Did the doctor know that?
But I'm still getting the cramping, the tiredness, the irritability, all of that. The breast tenderness is part of it too. All of that. It was PMS, and
No, it wasn't.
the reason why I feel like bringing that up is because it was like one of the few things I wasn't really warned about before I started hormones.
Okay, now this brings us back to when we start talking about kids. And I keep hearing transitioners going, "I wasn't told what the side effects would be. I wasn't told the repercussions. I wasn't told what was going to happen. I was not alerted to that. Had I might not have done it, or I wouldn't have done it." You had someone a month or two ago that came out and went, "My voice is fucked because of these fucking hormones." They never told me my voice wouldn't return if I decided to do transition. This motherfucker is saying, "I just started these pills." Excuse me, guys. If doctor couldn't tell. Yeah, right? Yeah. Problem is, some of these doctors are too afraid to call a spade a spade. They're too afraid to call a man because of the fallout, because of what will happen next. Because this motherfucker will go jump on TikTok or YouTube or Twitter and rail on this fucking doctor, put that doctor's name out there, and this doctor's going to end up with a protest in his goddamn waiting room because he called a spade a spade. Doctors don't want to deal with that shit. I get it, but you're a goddamn doctor. You need to. It's time you motherfuckers start speaking the truth to us instead of what you're doing, because we saw what happens when you don't during COVID. Look what the politicians did with your guys' denial of what COVID really is. So, anyways, this motherfucker just started these pills. Did not know that these pills might cause this. Doctor didn't tell him. What else is the doctor not telling these people? And you want me to say it's okay for a fucking 11-year-old to be put on these medications? Fuck you. Again, fuck you.
So hopefully somebody can see this and kind of get that heads up so that they're not shocked like I was.
Oh, God forbid. Jesus Christ. Okay, so you start taking medications that reverse everything that nature, God, the flying spaghetti monster from outer space, intended for your body. And then pick one, guys. I know we have some atheists. I know we have some non-believers. I know we, whatever. Whether you believe in God, nature, the flying spaghetti monster, I don't care. But the body was created to do what a man does or what a woman does. And when you start to pour medications in it that say to do the opposite, the body is going to react. And it's usually going to react in a negative way. That's just the nature of the beast. I I don't understand how this is okay to do to our kids. I really don't. All right, let me find the last one. Oh, you know what? I may do a stream this weekend because I wanted to do the Bill Maher video today, and I completely forgot about it. I completely forgot about the Bill Maher video. God damn it. All right. This is Grammy. Let's see, where is it? God damn it. Oh, shit, it might be down here. Oh, god damn it. Hold on, guys. I'll go find this one. But oh, you should not be the top of that search, you fuck. Okay, so E News reporting on the Grammys. I have a video for you. And I'm like, wow. Now, the tweet says, isn't she lovely? Dylan Mulvaney made her red carpet debut. Fuck. There's no sound. Okay. Oh, well, let's watch it again. We'll just let this sink in. Now, if you don't know, Dylan Mulvaney went and got the female or the feminization, the facial feminization surgery. It does not look like it's a fun process, but apparently it now looks like a woman. I don't know. It looks the same to me. And yes, I'm calling it an it because that is not. I don't know what the fuck it is. I really don't. At this point, I don't know, and I don't care. This person to me is making a mockery of women. All right. The fact that this one comes out and talks about what it's like to be a woman. The fuck out. How would you know? You've always been in a man's body. Fuck off. That's another thing I got a problem with these trans folks. You have no idea. And I'll tell you what, you will not see a trans man walk into a men's locker room and explain to the men in that locker room what it means to be a man. I guarantee that will never happen. Because every man in that fucking room is going to turn around and say, you know what? You need to get the fuck out of here. You don't know what it is to be a man. You are a woman playing a man. You are going with what you believe a man to be. Well, what the fuck you think this guy's doing? This guy is absolutely doing the same thing when it comes to women. He's giving you his interpretation of what it means to be a woman. And as far as I know, and most women I've talked to find it absolutely disgusting what this motherfucker thinks a woman is. It is an absolute joke. But he is invited to the White House. Why the fuck was this guy at the Grammys? I mean, did he perform some musical number I didn't know about? Why the fuck was he there? You know why he was there? Because he's part of the trans mafia that is trying to take over Hollywood. He is part of the trans mafia that is trying to take over social media. They're going to keep pushing this motherfucker on us. And his boyfriend, I forget what the other guy's name is, they're going to keep pushing these motherfuckers. And another one's going to come out, and another one's going to come out, and another one's going to come out. They're going to keep coming out, and they're going to keep pushing these fuckers in our faces. And we're supposed to say, oh, yeah, that is a beautiful woman. Thing was, I have to give Twitter some credit. Hey, Hellcat, how you doing, man? Chio fell asleep on me, man. She'll fell asleep on me. Snoring on stream, too. Matter of fact, let's see if he's still snoring.
Definitely snoring.
Yeah, she's still snoring. uh, Spittle. It still has its dick. It still has its dick. Like I said, it just got facial feminization surgery a month or two ago. It put out a video, looked very painful. But yeah, and of course they were touted as strong and brave. You are a warrior for the trans cause. The fact that they even use warrior pissed me off. But no, man, they're out there fighting a good fight for the trans people. They're making a mockery of women, but it's okay because they're putting out a good fight for the trans people. Again, these motherfuckers want us to accept them as women when they have no clue what a woman is. And when they try to behave like a woman or what they think a woman is, it is an absolute mockery of what women deal with on a day-to-day basis. And that is something that J.K. Rowling has been putting out there. And she is starting to give women are starting to stand up. This thread on the e-news was actually pretty good to scroll through because you had people that kept saying, that is not a woman, that is a man. Those were the response. The ratio on that tweet was hilarious. And you had the occasional person come in and go, God, this is a toxic thread. No, it's a realistic thread. People are stating a fact. It is a man. It is a man dressed up as a woman. It is a man playing a woman. That's what we're dealing with. And this is the thing that I'm starting that I've been noticing for the last few months that I've been going through these Twitter threads. Every time we deal with the trans, J.K. Rowling, Hogwarts, all this bullshit. You go through the fucking supporters, the most toxic motherfuckers out there. They all have their fucking pronouns in their bio. They're all non-binary or they're trans. They're going to tell you what a woman is. They're going to tell you that it's okay for a 10-year-old boy to transition to be a girl and walk down the fucking runway. That's who these people are. And if that doesn't scare the fuck out of you, I don't know what will. I mean, we raised holy hell with toddlers and tiaras. We should be raising holy hell about this kid walking the runway. But in every goddamn media site that I went to, he is being touted as a hero. Why? A 10-year-old boy.
Why?
Because he is a trans girl who decided to transition at 2.5. And again, little Johnny asked the question, how does he know at 2.5 that he is a girl? He doesn't. Does the fact that the mother that gave birth to him has transitioned to be a man, does that have anything to do with it? I don't know. Does the fact that the child's real biological father is nowhere in the picture because mommy doesn't want him in the picture? Because mommy is now a man married to another trans man. This doesn't scream to most clear-thinking people that this is a mother that is mentally ill, married to another woman that is mentally ill, and they have turned their mental illness into their child's, this is their child's new battle. This is what their child needs to do. Wow. Do you honestly think a 2.5-year-old can decide to be a woman or a female?
No.
Most children at 2.5 are not self-aware, let alone know what the fuck the difference between a man and a woman is. And now we're saying that we should tout this as a hero because he's walking the runways as a trans girl. Fuck you.
only thing
He is a brainwashed child that is going to be fucked for life. He's either going to OD on drugs or he's going to blow his head off. Because eventually the mental illness of his mother is going to catch up with him. And we have half the goddamn country saying, well, voting that this is okay. And we don't have the other half. We have some on the other side of the aisle that are willing to push back. But every time something like this comes out, I don't give a shit what political party you're part of. You should come out and be screaming bloody murder. This is wrong. But they don't. The Republicans are afraid to be called transphobes. You have a few out there that'll stand up to this. Do you hear McCarthy out here railing on any of this shit? Fuck no. He's going to step within 100 yards of this. Is he going to call for the federal government to outlaw the transitioning of children under 18? Fuck no. Because he does not want to be called a transphobe. He does not want the fucking media to devour him. Because the media is also pushing this shit too. And again, this is not what the LGBT community used to be about. And again, I am with the LGBT folks that are saying we need to drop the T and the Q. Get them the fuck out of our movement. Thing is, the trans folks that I know that are actually trans, they don't put trans in front of their gender. They are. They are a woman. Now, when you ask them, did you used to be, well, yeah, I'm a trans woman, yada, yada, yada. And they go down the thing, but they are a woman for all intents and purposes, or they are a man. Again, I work for 2 trans men. They were men. They behave like men. They weren't a bunch of whiny bitches that demanded that you bow down to them, that demanded that you use the proper pronouns. They didn't do that shit. The trans female I worked with, that was a female. You want to start giving her shit about being a man, she'd kick your ass like a man, I'll tell you that. But you better respect her because she carried herself as any woman would. So I can respect trans folks that are that way. But these motherfuckers, these non-binary, I need my pronouns. If you do not give me my pronouns, I'm gonna get you fired. Fuck you. Until it's illegal in my country to be an asshole, I'll call you whatever the fuck I want.
I have a question.
Oh boy.
How are they trans if they act like men and stuff?
What do you mean?
So they say they're trans, but they either act like a man, like they are, or a woman, like they are.
The trans men I work for, you wouldn't have known. Most people didn't know. I knew because I got an education back in the early 80s when gay and bi and lesbians were not a thing in the public realm. For the most part in San Francisco it was, and you got a quick education on what trans people were too, because you had plenty of gay men that dressed up as women and looked damn good as women. It used to scare the straight man because some of the women that weren't women were men. They were living as women. But did they ever go home with a straight man? That's the other thing. At least they were honest about who they were. Yes, I have a dick. And if you're not gay, you probably don't want to go home with me. Okay? But the trans men I worked with, they absolutely behaved like men. They were men. We treated them like men.
So
When things got tough, they didn't go back to, oh no, I'm a girl. No, they didn't do that. They behaved like men. When shit got tough, they just toughened up and stepped it up. And again, the trans woman, the only time you would ever see anything masculine about that one was if you accused it of being a dude in a dress. Because she carried herself like any other woman I know. But again, you can call her a dude in a dress, she's probably going to kick your ass like a dude in a dress. when you live it, I'm down. I'm good. If you live it, you believe it, good for you. These motherfuckers that are trying to tell me you need to address me with the proper pronouns of frog and cake. The fuck are you talking about? Or it itself. And it's like, I can't. This is not reality. This is not reality. And listen, if you carry yourself as a woman, most people are going to call you she. Your pronouns are not going to have to be announced. The second you announce your pronouns, at least lately, you get people backing up, going, no, I'm not playing this game. Either you are or you aren't. I'm not playing it. And again, if you present yourself as a woman, but you're a hairy man in a party dress, I'm calling you, hey, I'm going to say that dude over there. Okay. And again, I got to sit here and explain this to my 9-year-old. So don't fucking tell me it's not affecting the kids. Kids are seeing this shit. The kids are absolutely seeing this shit. And as a parent, it's my fucking job to explain it to them. There's a lot of other shit I'd like to be explaining to my children right now. I should not have to be explaining this. I should be telling them a dude is a dude and a chick is a chick. So guys, maybe we will stream this weekend because I really would. Bill Maher, every once in a while, he puts out a gem. He is still. I don't agree with 90% of what comes out of that motherfucker's mouth. I really don't.
So that happened.
Oh, it did. Yeah, we got you snoring on stream.
1 second, I was
Well,
off
welcome back. We're about to get the fuck out of here. No, that's okay, shit. That's okay. Wow, you went out quick though. You like gone. I was asking you a question, and all of a sudden I heard snoring, and it was like, wait, who's that snoring? And I was expecting you to go, oh, it's Waba. No, it was you. It was you. Well done, sir. Well done.
Indeed. Did you show my screen?
No, I did not because you were not here to share it.
Look, he's levitating. That's a statistic thing.
Wow. Yeah, we're going to hell. Yeah, we're going to hell. All right, Shio, keep the audience happy. I need to find a closing video. I actually had one. I say hi to Hellcat.
Well, I mean,
when he showed up, we had to check in to see if you were still snoring, and yes, you were. So, Shio, what are you doing this weekend?
Fuck all.
Okay, I may stream this weekend over here on the YouTubes. Hey, do you got some Sniper Elite in you this week or no?
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
It's installed unlike last time. Not that it took too long.
Yeah, Mr. Fiber Optic, you dickhead.
Hey, it's nice.
No, I had fun. Except for you shooting my goddamn helmet off.
Well,
you dickhead.
You need no helmet protection. You're already married.
Which is why I need helmet protection. Look, man, the little one is not going to graduate until I'm 62.
You give him that long?
I'm not giving me that long. I'm like, I got to hold out till 62. Look, I'm 52 now. I'm ready to check out now.
I meant it more an insult to the kid that he'll graduate on time. But okay.
He'll graduate on time. All right.
Must have got that from his mom.
All right, Shio. No, I don't want Stacy's mom country version. Let's see. No, I don't want Usher. That don't impress me much, Shio. You want the country version of that?
Hell no.
Fuck. How about Because I Got High?
She won't let me fuck?
Oh! Okay. I will find another one to do after this, guys, but this one made me laugh. And then we are going to get the fuck out of here. I'll be over on Twitch later. Gaming. Doing the original God of War 2005 version. And I'm really bad at it.
That's very old.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know, Johnny.
That's as old as my boyfriend.
I know. Moo was born that year. Okay, so here we go.
This is what a man wants. Any girl of mine better shoot straight whiskey. Big my lifted up F-150.
Never root for Tennessee, only the tight end. Love my mama's chicken fried.
Oh, sure, I do have a
Any girl of
video
mine
for
to
you.
let me drink another
Get us out of here.
Miller.
Cool.
Kiss me even when I got a big.
Kitties?
Wake up in the morning
kitties,
and say
yeah.
I look great when my hair looks like Billy Ray.
And when it's poker night,
Well, Pat's got time.
and when the weekend's here, she'll say, yeah, yeah, boy, go kill a deer. Take it.
Any girl of mine better sip moonshine.
Yeah, she better be God-fearing, cow-eating, singing lots of Patsy Cline.
Knows that L.A. blows. It had a work up hole.
Yeah, she's gotta be a skinny dipping, bass fishing, boat docking, food knocking kind.
Any bitch.
Whoa.
All right, guys, I'm going to drop Moo's link for his YouTube channel because he is going to be streaming over here tonight, or not tonight, this weekend. It's going to be a NASCAR stream, but I'm sure it'll go sideways.
Fall asleep.
No, he did one last year and everyone loved it, so I'm sure it'll be good. So he's going to be over on the YouTube's probably Friday, Saturday, somewhere in there. He wants to do the pre-Daytona stream. And then he's going to start streaming. I think it's NASCAR 2008 over on Twitch.
That's a good game.
It's definitely a good game. So keep an eye out for him over there. And then I should probably put my channel in, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's in the links. I don't know. I'll be honest. Oh, Shio.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
No, I didn't fall back asleep. Fuck you.
Guys, I'll be over there in an hour, so I got to get the boy, little Johnny, through. Like I say, I had to come up with a math lesson, and we're working on his cursive skills. So I'm gonna have to take
If
an hour
the
or so to finish that
school
up.
has 3 trannies and 1 levitates, how
Oh,
many are
God.
remaining?
2.
2?
Well, at least from that cartoon you just showed. All right, guys, keep your eyes open. Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. It'll probably be. I'm going to shoot for Friday or Saturday. What I'm thinking about doing, this is just a thought, and I've got to run it by Becca because I'd much, like Becca and Shio to be here, Rai when he can be here, Moo when he wants to be here. But what I'm thinking about doing is like pulling an article or a video each day of the week, and then covering it like on Friday or Saturday. That way we're only covering 6 videos or 6 articles a week. That way we're not doing 6-hour streams, 8-hour streams, because some of us do have lives. And I'll be honest, the fact that I'm not streaming 3 days a week over here on YouTube, I'm feeling much better. I'm not all stressed out. Oh shit.
Joking.
So keep that in mind. I'm gonna run it by Becca and them. I was thinking that too, Johnny. Well, open to look. I cannot have my streams turn into an absolute shit show. Okay, I did
open by invitation.
Yes, and Johnny, you always have an invitation. You and your boy Pat, and there are a few others out there that know. They always have an open invitation. But I've watched Pat stream devolve, and I love Pat. And you know, he streamed on Monday. Drove me fucking crazy. I think it was Monday, maybe been last Friday. I don't know. But it drove me fucking crazy because Pat had something to say. I mean, you got it from the title. Pat had what was it? I am annoyed. So he had something to say. The thing was, I didn't hear Pat. Pat disappeared for about 25 minutes from his own stream. Nobody on the stream even realized that he was gone. And that is infuriating for me because I go there to hear Pat. If he's annoyed, I want to know what the fuck he's annoyed about because it's usually something I'm annoyed about and I want to hear his point of view. But no, I hear about the Halloween movies and the Jason movies and, you know, the Canadian bullshit. And get the fuck out of my face. The fuck out of my face with that. And you motherfuckers didn't even realize that Pat was gone for 20, 25 minutes. The fuck out of here.
That's concerning.
It is. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. Well, Becca, we're getting the fuck out of here, girl. Sorry. I've been going for 3 hours.
Help me.
But Becca, I didn't cover even 1/10 the shit I wanted to cover, so I still got another stream. Not today, though. I'm gonna be streaming. Actually, Becca, I'll be over on Twitch in a little bit, so you will have that to listen to. But I got plenty of shit. You said Wednesdays in the weekend, so I got the gears in my head working. So you may be in trouble, girl. You may have stepped in it. Oh, and guys, if you're not following Becca over on Twitch, you need to, especially because she's going to be playing. Oh, that right?
I never know how to spell her name.
Well, no, I have to remind myself. She's gonna be over on Twitch. She said she can be playing Hollow Knights. It's fucking great to watch her play that. I'm sorry, Becca. That was great last night. I think you would have got past that motherfucker if you had just stuck around another half hour or so, and maybe not even a half hour because you were doing really well. It's when you get slapped twice, you start to lose your shit and you get impatient. But watching her playing Hollow Knights is awesome. She actually had a dude over there one night. He speed runs Hollow Knights. And he came over and I was like warning him, dude, this is going to be painful for you to watch because Becca is not a gamer and she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. Dude fell in love with it. The guy said, I haven't laughed this hard in months watching this game. He absolutely loved it. So I recommend coming over and watching her game because it is pretty entertaining. No, I'm not buying her Dream Daddy.
I have a question.
Look, man, I got to exert my dominance with this bitch online as is, man. I got to sit down and explain to people in chats. Don't fuck with, my online woman. Every once in a while, you need to give her a smack and tell her to go make a sandwich. And Becca's like, Johnny ain't wrong. Johnny ain't wrong. And it's like, really? He's supposed to, fight back against that shit. Woman power, shit like that. And she's like, no. Woman needs to be put in her place every once in a while. God damn it.
I mean,
I still have a question.
Oh boy.
So, did the speedrunner leave after she did Dead by Daylight?
No, he wasn't in last night's stream. He was in. This was a couple months back. And I think she just played Hollow Knights that night for 2 or 3 hours. He hung out for about 2 hours though, but he finally had to go to bed. It was great. It was fucking great, man. So I recommend checking it out. I recommend checking me out. Apparently, I'm entertaining. I don't get it.
You are.
I am not, man. I suck at these games, and I act a fool while I'm playing them. So.
And you laugh so hard.
Yeah, it's true. People say it's entertaining. All right, guys, keep your eyes open. We may be around this week later on. I will not be covering the State of the Union. Fuck that. I'm gonna let other people do that. Let them pull their fucking hair out. I want nothing to do with State of the Union. I recommend checking out Monkey. He's probably gonna stream it. He'll probably do his stream during the State of the Union. Unless he's worried about getting whacked. So if he's worried about that, you might want to check Rumble. He might be over there. But I don't know what his plan is. I really don't.
I was gonna say congrats. He got back his main Twitter account, so there may yet be hope for you.
Yeah. Yeah. After what I heard from Dave Rubin about Twitter, I'm not saying never. I'm just holding off because I don't think they ain't got time for people like me that may have been wrongly banned. And I was wrongly banned. Sorry, I was. But they ain't got time for shit like that right now. They're trying to keep Twitter from collapsing on itself. I'd rather than keep working at it because I do not want to see Twitter blow up. I really don't. Twitter right now still keeps my eyes open to what these crazy motherfuckers are putting out there. I'm still seeing the batshit crazy arguments that are going on. I'm still seeing the fucking mob come out and try to cancel everybody and their mother just because you disagree with them on a political issue or a social issue, or a cultural issue. That's not a world I want to live in. It's not a world I want my kids to live in. But I'm still seeing it on Twitter. And right now, it's beautiful because you have people coming in calling people retards when they're acting retarded. And I still see people going, oh my God, this whole thread, people are using the R word. And I have to go through the little file, the little index in my head, the little Rolodex. Okay, what is the R word again? Oh, it's retard. Are they saying that you have Down syndrome? No. They're saying you're a fucking idiot. Well, but that's what they're saying. They're saying you are a fucking fool. You are an idiot. You are stupid. You are beyond stupid. You need to get off the internet because it is broken your brain. That is what they're saying.
Johnny, is your name Todd?
As in, we Todd?
That's what I was going for, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you were going for, you bastard. So, yeah, there is hope for my account eventually. We'll see. We'll see. But again, check out Ranting Monkey because he's back on Twitter. Apparently, he has a search ban, which I have no idea what that means. And I think he said something like a search results ban. I again don't know what the fuck that means.
When you go on Twitter and do a search for Goodwill Hunting, for example, it won't show his results. Or if you do like politics portion, you won't show up in the results.
Okay. And I recommend go to PragerU, pull up it's an hour-long video that Dave Rubin did. It's an interview he did, I think it was last Friday. I think it's about a half hour in, and watch the 20 minutes that they talk about Twitter. Because some of the shit that was going on Twitter, even the people running Twitter, even the people that were, calling the balls and strikes over Twitter, didn't know that there was this, behind the scenes shit going on. Dave Rubin was marked as not safe for advertising and not safe for work. And I'm like, Dave? Okay, they're not safe for advertising because you're leftist twats. I get that. But not safe for work? What, has he got pornography on his shit? I have followed Dave Rubin since I got on Twitter. Never saw a naked dick. Never saw naked titties. Didn't see any of that shit. He never talked about that shit. But they had, secret, strikes against their fucking channel. Not safe for work, pornography, shit like that.
And Twitter makes it really, really bad. Where, hey, this person, and that person you followed liked this. You should see it too. I'm like, I didn't need to see anime titties.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Following your boy Pat, man, my stream would fill up sometimes, and it was like, yeah, I'm blaming Pat for this one.
This person you follow likes this. You should too. I'm like, oh.
And I don't give a fuck when anybody says Pat had one of the most entertaining timelines to follow. But every once in a while, your timeline will fill up, and you're like, fuck, all this shit come from? And he can sit there and hammer me about Amaranth, but I got more Twitch thoughts in my timeline because of him than anything I was looking at. So he can fuck right off with Amaranth. So again, go follow your boy Pat over on Twitter.
I'll have you know that Bort has made it 92 days without shitting the
Is it
tile.
92 out there? See, I couldn't remember if it was 92 or 82, so I went with 82 because I didn't want to overinflate Bort's numbers. Elwin, 92 days. 92 days he hadn't shit. I hope he's shitting in their shoes at least. Them motherfuckers deserve it. Or shitting on the kitchen counter or something. All right,
So
guys.
two minor updates. The one that I dumped in private chat there, but also former
no! Jerry Lawler, wrestler,
had a
the
stroke
king.
last night.
He had a stroke last night, guys.
Not the fun kind. That's a masturbation joke.
What was it though?
It was an attempt anyway.
He was rushed to a local hospital where he underwent a medical procedure. His latest condition is actually good and he's expected to recover. Good news!
The other half of that, unlike Jack in the Titanic, the little door floater to Florida, Elian Gonzalez.
Oh, shit. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Is set to become a lawmaker after nomination to Cuba's National Assembly.
Communist lawmaker, I'm assuming.
In Cuba.
Oh, boy. Oh, well. He had his chance.
22-year-old update.
Yeah, Janet Reno fucked that one all up. That was back in the good old days of Ruby Ridge and Waco. Elian Gonzalez. Holy fuck. You want to see corruption from the FBI and in the intelligence community, go look up the 90s. Holy fuck. And it doesn't surprise me we are where we are today with our intelligence community because they got away with all that shit. All right, we're getting the fuck out of here, guys. I keep saying that, but Shio keeps interrupting me. You got anything else, Shio?
Yeah, I do have something, but it would tell us to the kiddies.
Okay. Well, we're getting the fuck out after the kiddies.
Oh, well, in 2 seconds. Of your time, sir.
I'm working on it, but Shio isn't letting me. Do I have to share it?
Yes, please.
Oh, shit. Oh, God damn it, Shio. You dickhead.
What?
You know, see, I got to go back to screening all your shit now. All right, Shio, you got to let her run. You dickhead.
I mean, she said she's driving, so it's not like she saw it.
Becca, I personally apologize for that. I should know better. But he did show some really cute kittens earlier.
Oh, they were cute. It's little snow leopards from the Cleveland Zoo.
They were snow leopards, Johnny.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're getting the fuck out of here. Is there anybody on right now, Shell, that we give a fuck about? Copper Cab's on. I don't recommend that though.
So no.
Oh, he's playing Hogwarts Legacy. Well, he's about to get canceled. The Umbrella Dude is on. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Eliza Blue, which I'm not sure I want to because it'll probably get my channel hit. But yeah, we really should talk about that bitch. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
So show us the kitties and his long.
All right, guys, getting the fuck out of here. We may see you later this week or this weekend. Otherwise, I'll be over on Twitch.
Long Johnson.
I'll be over on Twitch gaming. Little Johnny and I will be over there Thursday night playing Sniper Elite 4.
Final thing.
I may talk Moo and Shio into Sniper Elite Survival tomorrow night or Friday. And I'll definitely be over there playing God of War tonight, and then we're playing Batman the night after, and then God of War, and then Batman, and then Sniper Elite. Right? Okay. All right, guys.
Batman.
Getting the fuck out of here.
I'm Batman.
Have a good day. No, I'm Batman.
Kitty go purr when you hold on to a spur. Everything a blur. In a fast lane to the moon. Doggy go bark when you're cruising in the dark. Teeth so sharp, trying to bite him like a shark. No, we ain't coming down soon. When the dikes are a tiger don't like it when a cat like me is going through life successfully. So they make a big buck as I fly through the sky. Hold on to my bird, boy, don't you cry. Cause we're gonna make it now, break through the clouds. No more doggy barking, where are they now? It's easy to hear them when you're on the ground, but when you're up on the moon, you don't hear a sound. You don't hear a sound.